Well, he showed all of this video footage.
All the footage.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
Jack Perry's just... There's Jack Perry just violently masturbating.
Just all over the place. There was real glass.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, we're live.
We're live, baby, live! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of April 14th, 2024, and this is the Season 5 season premiere of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Thank you so much for joining us, y'all. Luke, how was your Sunday?
You haven't even introduced me yet.
I'm sorry. Oh, you know what?
Five seasons.
I'll just do all the work around here.
5 seasons. You've introduced me every episode.
Caleb Black. This is Luke, the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury. Tonight we have Tech Master Sweet Tea at the helm of the show, and of course, PWT correspondent Rachel has joined us. We don't have Special K, we don't have Big Bad John, but that's all right, because Season 5 is kicking off, baby. Now, Luke, how's your Sunday, sir?
It's fantastic. It's Season 5.
Yeah, it is Season 5.
And we've got a shit ton of stuff.
5 years we've been doing the show.
5 years.
And neither one of us have gotten any more attractive. What's up with that?
I mean, that's all.
I mean, you're a damn handsome man.
That's subjective, bro. That's subjective, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? So are you, man. You're so lovely. But Max, man, look at that chin. That's messed up, man.
Mighty Max Fury, how's your Sunday, sir?
I'm good today.
Good.
It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yes, yes, it
crazy
has.
couple of weeks.
Had some time off.
Yeah.
Lots has changed already.
Well, some of us had some time off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you know what to do, baby.
You want to know?
I do want to know. Tell
You
me.
want to know what happened?
Tell me, Max.
Well, you remember back when I used to be a cage fighter, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, while we were on our break,
That's all right.
I was approached
It's gonna be fun.
by someone that needed some help cleaning out clearing out some we'll say garbage
Sure.
from their bar down in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And well, it's been a crazy couple weeks.
Has it?
Yeah. But let's just say I got the job done.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to clap one more fucking time. You're going to do your job, pal.
Oh yeah, I completely.
You're like, is he going to get the bit or not? We'll explain this in a minute, I promise.
You are a handsome gentleman.
Thank you. What do you think about Luke?
He's ugly.
He's just awful, right?
He just called me ugly.
All
I've
right.
been called ugly since the first grade.
Tech Master Sweet Tea, you're running the show today. How's your Sunday?
Oh, it's pretty fantabulous.
Have you enjoyed our 2-week break?
I did not have one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone did.
I did a Bull Nakano video.
Yeah. Not on top of that, we actually had to watch, 45,000 hours of pro wrestling.
Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I go, oh shit, Cody.
In-studio correspondent Rachel. Sorry, Pro Wrestling Throwdown correspondent Rachel. How we doing?
Pretty good.
All right, so I'm gonna get this out of the way right now,
Alright.
just so the people understand what the bid is, in case they start getting confused.
Okay.
And we're gonna do the full.
I'm gonna try to do it the best
We're
of my
gonna do
ability.
the full recap, but I won the WrestleMania points race, so these two are now acknowledged to my punishment, which means when I snap.
Oh, I have to say something nice about Caleb,
Which is?
I don't know, Gomez-tastic mustache you got going on there. And then I would turn to Maximus and say something along the lines of, you look like the villain from Lovely Bones.
Lovely Bones reference, alright. And when I clap, Max has to.
Caleb, you smell so great all the time.
Oh, Max, it's really, you guys say that.
5 years, man.
But how does Luke smell, Max?
Luke, he smells like a dumpster that has like 3-day-old baby diapers.
All right, we gotta go into detail.
Baby diapers. I'm talking about like the wet, nasty, like baby shit.
See how y'all talk to the king? That's fucked up.
For those of you who are 90s kids who love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you will understand this punishment. If you don't, watch Fresh Prince and get better parents. Anyway,
Yes, 100%.
call into school every once in a while and watch the 4 o'clock on PBS, which was Bill Cosby and the Fresh Prince. Like I used to all the time. talking about the Fresh Prince, not talking about Bill Cosby. We are here today to talk about some motherfucking wrestling.
But before we get to wrestling, let's hit us with our first thing here.
Hit us with our first slide.
We have dropped, finally, Pro Wrestling Throwdown presents Tough Broads, the Bull Nakano story. We feel that we were slighted by the induction of Medusa, not giving you the credit and the info that she deserves going in. I love my job. So, Sweet Tea put in just days and days and days of work. We had a little bit of some difficulties, but one of the highest rated videos we have so far. We're looking forward to doing more with the Tough Broad segment. If there's anything that you would like, please put it in the comments.
Absolutely. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sweet Tea, one of your first times on camera with the show. Real quick before we get into anything else, how did you feel about having your hand in producing something for the show, and how did you feel about getting the information? What was the experience like? Did you enjoy it? Was it a lot of fun? Was it something you're going to keep doing for us?
I did not like seeing myself on screen, and it made me freeze.
See,
But the rest of it, I was fine. Like, if I don't see myself, I can talk about it. The research was fine. I enjoyed it.
well, y'all, if you haven't watched the first Bull Nakano video, please do so. They put in a ton of work. Sweet Tea and Luke the Big Dog Williams, they worked their ass off. And we're gonna have. We're gonna have. Go ahead.
PWT correspondent Rachel's on the team, and so is Special K,
Yeah.
professional.
And we're going to be rolling out a ton more videos, so please check them out. Thank you guys for your support. If you haven't watched it, do us a favor. When you watch it, make sure you like it. Leave us a comment and give us your feedback. And also, please, leave us comments on who else you want to see the Tough Broad segments cover. Because, let's be fair, in the wrestling business, there are dozens of them.
They
There really
can be
is.
from any era, any country.
Yeah.
Make it
They
challenging.
don't have to be professional. They can be on the amateur.
Yeah, on the independent
someone
scene.
that's on the independent
The international scene that maybe people aren't as ingratiated.
If there is information to be found, we want to find it for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So keep up. And also this season there are going to be a whole lot more shows like that on the network.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be doing some deep dives. I think Luke and I are still planning once the studio's done, where we do our Attitude Era videos.
Oh, we're gonna do. There's gonna be a lot of
So,
series,
season
special
5
series
is
for
going to be a
several
lot of
people.
canned comment as well as our content as well as live content. So
We're gonna get some kind of a music show together for Max and us.
Thank you.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
fuck
Thank
yeah!
you,
All
Mr.
right.
Joes.
Well, Sweet Tea, Tech Master Sweet Tea, if you would take us to the next slide. Let's keep this party rolling.
Well, we can't start talking about the
Oh man.
WrestleMania weekend or movies.
I'm sorry, what?
Paul Heyman. Hall of Fame 2024 took place right after SmackDown that kicked off our WrestleMania weekend.
Yes, it did. Obviously, Paul Heyman being the featured inductee in Philadelphia alongside of the Wyndhams, Wyndham and Rotunda, Bull Nakano, Thunderbolt Patterson, Liam Maivia. So many great names went in this year. Our celebrity wing, Muhammad Ali, entered.
Yes.
But let's talk about Paul Heyman, right?
Captivating.
If it wasn't for Paul Heyman, there's a lot of things you wouldn't see right now.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's insane of how many hands or how many pots he had hands in.
What a lot of people don't know, and the DVD, what year did they come out? Like 2015? The
Yes.
Paul Heyman
Yeah,
DVD?
yep. Right after the Punk DVD.
Luke will remember this. When they released that DVD, I watched it, I think 10 times in 4 days, just learning everything I could, reiterating everything. Starts out as a photographer. Lies about his age to become a photographer because he wanted to model himself after one James E. Cornette.
Tiberius.
But we'll get there later on. Lies about his age, become a photographer, starts selling his pictures, gets into the wrestling business, becomes a manager, becomes a booker, a promoter, one of the greatest companies in history, obviously ECW on the American side. Went on to work for WCW worked for WCW first, went on to run ECW, then goes on to the WWE. Was a writer, producer there for 20 years before he ever even returned on camera. I mean, the guy's done everything, and of course, he is the tribal, the wise man to the tribal
To the
chief.
one and only tribal chief.
Cody Rhodes, we'll get there. Yeah, Paul Heyman, what a legacy, what a storied fucking career, man. Like, how did you get in the wrestling business? Did you get in the wrestling business wanting to do one job, and then you look back and 35 years later, you're running the fucking show?
Yeah.
And when he was a writer on SmackDown, a lot of people don't remember this either. For 83 weeks, WCW beat Monday Night Raw in the ratings. That's a fact, right?
It is 100% fact.
Paul Heyman ran SmackDown from 2002 to 2004. They beat the WWE they beat Monday Night Raw 96 weeks in a row.
Correct.
Which means that Paul Heyman walked into an already hot program and said, you know what? I think I can do better. And he did it without Stone Cold. He did it without The Rock. He did it with guys like Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Edge, Rey Mysterio, the youngest class of WCW of SmackDown. And again, beat Vince McMahon at his own game in his own company, catching a check from him. Like, how the hell do you get any better than that?
Yeah, well, you don't. Paul Heyman is probably not only a generational talent, it's a once-in-a-generation talent.
Yeah.
Paul
Except for
Heyman-
Jim Cornette.
Well, Jim Cornette's a creature to his own
You're goddamn right he is.
his own kind.
Respect on Jim.
We went from Paul Heyman to Bull Nakano,
Yes.
who I believe was inducted by Medusa in one of the worst ways I think you could possibly be inducted. She had no information on her. She
It was
basically
offensive.
it was borderline disrespectful
Yeah.
the way that she inducted Bull. Although Bull had a masterful speech for somebody who does not speak the language.
You don't go into that position when it's time to put somebody else over and only make it about yourself.
Yes,
And that is ultimately in the business what she did. And
that's
it
all Alundra did.
It sucks because it really took away from... And yes, Bull Nakano did not have a lengthy career in the WWE, but she could have talked about her extensive career in AJPW where she brought women's wrestling to the forefront. And we've talked about it on the show a lot. In the 90s and early 2000s, when women's wrestling in the United States was floundering, women's wrestling was better than it had ever been, or ever would be for another 30 years in Japan. And that was what Bull Nakano was predominantly responsible for.
Bull Nakano is a talent that you couldn't just sum up in 15 minutes.
Absolutely not.
She tried. We tried.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we got 45 minutes out of it and could have talked all night.
14 years of in-ring experience, but
Yeah.
And debuted in 83, the year I was born. I mean,
when
it's
she's in the
insane.
ring and you watch her, it's
Yeah.
captivating.
Yeah.
Just
really
going
is.
back and
It
watching
really
those
is.
videos during our research was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Insane.
And then, of course, Thunderbolt Patterson.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and do the rotundas first because we've got a whole lot to say
Yeah,
here.
Rotunda and Wyndham. The
U.S. Express.
U.S. Express, the fathers of the Wyatt and Rotunda, the Wyatt family, the Rotunda family, the Wyndham family. Barry Windham, obviously one of the greatest in-ring workers of all time.
Former world
Former
heavyweight
world heavyweight champion, former horseman. And not to take away from
He
IRS
was
at
a
all.
stalker as well.
But Rotunda, legacy career in the AWA, the NWA, the WCW, the WWE, the WWF,
Yeah.
in his inaugural years in 1979 and 1980, has held more tag team championships across the country than most tag teams ever will even see today.
Yep.
Incredible talent, and it's telling that both guys still alive, still healthy, still knowledgeable, not at that place in their career where they're incredibly forgetful. Just an incredible duo.
We go from there. Now we can get into Mr. Thunderbolt Patterson.
Man,
Preach, brother.
you thought that fucking Hillbilly Jim had a speech.
Oh my God.
I mean, Scott Steiner, and Thunderbolt Patterson are still giving their going out speeches. And look, no takeaway. Obviously, it's deserved, but man, maybe, just maybe.
Can somebody have at least told the man he was... Well, the best part about it is, first off, I have no idea what the fuck he said, but I know he meant it. That's the main thing. I know the man meant it. But somebody could have cut that man off, and when they did, it's like he snapped back into reality and was like, oh, well, I guess that's my time, thank y'all. It was great.
Derek says Medusa's induction of Bull Nakano was as fake as her used-up breast implants when she was in WCW. If you know,
That
you
was
know.
fantastic.
You know, you know.
And
Absolutely.
boy, do we know. But yeah, and then of course Leah Mavia inducted.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
I know that we struggle as professional wrestling fans to justify our Hall of Fame as being a Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
As wrestling fans, this is important to us.
Agreed.
It's still real to us, damn it. To an extent.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, the Hall of Fame is supposed to be an induction, a celebration of past years, and the future and all that all coming together as one. You don't use the Hall of Fame to forward a match.
No, you don't.
It makes no sense.
Well, it takes away from Liam Ivia's contributions, and what a lot of people don't understand is that the Filipino wrestling company that she ran ran in Hawaii, and it was the dead stop in between wrestlers who were
Where did it come from?
Hawaii.
I heard him being there.
Because it's pronounced Hawaii.
I love how you say that. That's why
That's
I
how
love
it's
it.
pronounced.
Good.
But Hawaii.
Thank you.
But it was the transition stop between wrestlers on tour in Japan and wrestlers on tour in America. And also was responsible for a number of dream matches. The third or fourth match that Ric Flair had with Antonio Inoki happened there.
Yep.
Bruiser Brody, that's where he made his name and then went on to Japan. So much talent went through Liam Ivia's backyard. And the show Young Rock does absolutely no genuine
All the way
justice
through
to
her
it.
backyard.
But The Rock using that platform it's the same thing with Medusa. Using that platform to forward the match with Cody instead of giving the flowers to the actual, one of the first international women promoters. And at the time, there were only 2 out of all, 37 territories, 2 female promoters, one being Liam Ivia and the other one being Jeff Jarrett's grandmother. Like, there were women breaking ground in the 50s and 60s for wrestling. That should have been the conversation. She survived not only did she do it in the U.S., she did it in Japan too. And Japanese wrestling didn't even feature women's wrestling for a long time until Liam Ivia was like, just as a promoter, I want to feature some female talent on my show.
His grandmother would have loved it.
Yeah,
His grandmother would have appreciated being a booker,
absolutely.
and she would have appreciated them forwarding the story. Somebody should have told The Rock's mother that that's what they was doing because she was pissed. You could see it in her eyes and everything out there that they took her mother's induction of the Hall of Fame. She didn't find it as entertaining as the rest of them did, and I don't like the way they do that. We fight hard enough for people to take wrestling seriously,
Yes.
and then we take something that's supposed to be serious and we turn around and make it fake.
Especially
I'll use the F word, fake.
considering that, like, Liam Ivia's contributions resonate into the WWE, the WCW now. You know, at the time, people would go to that federation and the Colognes Federation just to get international exposure before they ever left to go to Japan, because the Japanese territory was a completely unknown animal. And so without taking that into consideration, it's just, you took away from the legacy of Liam Ivia and her contributions in wrestling.
Exactly.
And that's what fucking kills me, man. Because The Rock is going to get talked about forever. We needed 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes to talk about something other than his
And
match with
here's
Cody
the deal.
Rhodes.
He didn't even give her a full induction with that before turning around and mentioning Cody Rhodes.
I know.
Like, that's the part that bothered me. The whole fucking
Maybe
situation.
maybe for Tough Broads, we should throw in a Liam Ivia segment.
Absolutely.
And give the fucking people some genuine background and
I would
knowledge
totally
on
be
it.
into
Because
that.
being a female promoter, you've got to be tough.
Yeah, and again, it was only her and not Karen Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett's grandmother. That was it.
Yeah, that's
There
it.
were 2 female promoters in the entire run of the
I
Territory
believe
Wars.
there's a book about her. I'll have to double check.
So, in honor of this Hall of Fame, I have decided that throughout the year, I'm going to drop in my cast for the top ballot Hall of Famers to go into next year, and I'm going to try to get, here's the deal, our work with Negative One and Christian Cage, they were both in the house for WrestleMania.
They were.
The only reason that Negative One is allowed on this earth is because Christian Cage allows him to be here.
I see.
He had to hide out, he took his mask off, no one noticed him, I noticed him.
Yeah.
Christian noticed him.
Of course he did.
So, we've got that spinning, that's in the works, folks. So let's get something else in the works, let's use the power of positivity and the power of our 296 subscribers.
Yes. I need
Thank
to move
you
this
all for
way
that.
because the Pro Wrestling goes even.
And we're going to induct the first one, Nicholas, former Raw World Tag Team Champion, never defeated, is an undefeated at WrestleMania, therefore Nicholas has the streak. He is undefeated at WrestleMania. He has already accomplished in his 8 years of life.
I hate it here.
He has already accomplished more than LA Knight has done.
I mean,
so
more than any of us accomplished.
Right. So here's the deal. That is my first ballot for next year.
I will.
Nicholas,
The
former World Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. Would that make him the youngest world champion of all time?
They're making the youngest world tag team champion.
Well, but it's still a world championship, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, he's the youngest world champion in the history of professional wrestling. And not as talented as those people in this room, i.e. you.
Thank you very much. You know, you get it.
Max.
Max, you don't have to stand there and take that.
You know what? You clap very well.
Thank you.
Sorry,
You know,
Ron
I know.
is
I thought you did that very well.
unsubscribing.
No, you're fucking not, Ron. You stay put. This rant coming up is going to be something you're going to love. Anyway, you were saying about
We
me.
know this person.
Oh, I love Ron.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh, we
clap
love you,
very well.
Ron.
Thank you. Well, I know a lot about the clap, Max.
Well, that's funny.
I'm
Right?
glad I
You
haven't
say
put
that
this
the only
in.
thing Luke does well about the clap is when he gets it.
Ha
Oh, it's on, bitch. It's on now. Okay.
All right.
All right. No. Yeah. Okay. You funny, bro. You fucking funny. I'm glad he started this shit. You know what? I'm happy.
Good. All right. Tech Master Sweet Tea, you're on deck.
All right. Now this is a list that WrestleOps put out of the top 20. It's like top 50. I only grabbed the top 22 wrestlers.
Sure.
I'll pull it up on my phone here so you can actually read it
Okay.
this way. This is who they have ranked the top 50 greatest wrestlers of all time.
And then WrestleOps post.
And I can't wait till you see the order of some of these. Ready for this?
Yep.
We're going to go in the order of going from 22 down. So, lowest to number 1.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan
Okay.
at 22.
Okay.
Triple H.
Okay.
CM Punk.
Okay.
Randy Orton.
Okay.
Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Chris Jericho.
Okay.
Now we're in the top 15.
Okay.
Mick Foley.
Okay.
Andre the fucking Giant.
Okay.
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
Kurt Angle. I'm getting into the top 10. 10. Hulk Hogan. 9. Roddy Piper. 8. Shawn Michaels. 7. The Rock. 6. Bruno Sammartino. 5. John Cena. 4. The Undertaker. 3. The Macho Man Randy Savage. 2. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the number 1, the Bret the Hitman Hart. That is the worst top 22 I have ever seen in my life. It's not the best 2 in the room, believe me when I tell you that.
I don't know about that one, buddy.
Here's the deal. How do you rank Andre the Giant 14 over someone like Triple H?
No, I agree.
Or even better, why is Hogan in 10? He's got to be towards the top.
I mean, if they're only considering the way one works in a ring.
50 greatest WWE superstars
Okay,
of all time.
so if the measurement is the greatest, then Hulk Hogan has to be at least top 10.
Not 10th.
No. Saying The Rock is better than Shawn Michaels is bold. That's a bold fucking statement to make. And that's not me saying The Rock is bad, or no, you could just put
That's
those
saying
two.
Roman Reigns is higher on the list than someone like Eddie Guerrero and Triple H.
Nothing, not for nothing. I love The Undertaker. That's clear. I've always been an Undertaker fan. I'm always going to be an Undertaker fan. And as an entertainer, absolutely. As a pro wrestler, absolutely. Higher rated than some of the guys on that list.
Bret Hart's not number 1. I don't give a fuck what argument you have for it. He's not number 1.
No, I would argue top 10.
A top 10 for sure.
Top 10, absolutely.
Not top.
But out of that list, Yoko's not on it.
Yoko's not on it.
The most fluid big man in wrestling.
Sting is nowhere on the list.
Ric Flair's not even on that list.
Flair's not
anyway.
even on the top 22. Of course, like I said, there's 50, but
I
he's
don't
not
give
the
a
top
goddamn if Ric Flair isn't in the conversation. For
Harley
the best
Race isn't on
top
this list.
10 pro fucking wrestlers. You're out of your fucking mind.
Also, there's a couple other names missing here, one of which I understand why
Ricky
it's
the
not
Dragon
on there.
Steamboat's not on that fucking list.
I understand why Benoit's not on there, but it should be.
Okay, no Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho 16, right?
Okay, Jericho 16. No. If you want to talk about great pro wrestlers, no Dean fucking Malenko?
Nowhere.
Like,
no Arn Anderson, no nothing.
No, Iron Mike Sharp even was a great fucking technical wrestler.
No women.
Not a single
And
one.
not a fucking woman to be found. No. Now, we disavow your list, Russell Ops, and if you don't like it, blow me.
Yeah, Russell
We're gonna make our own
Ops, you suck. Well, hold on. Russell Ops, I apologize. Take that back. Retract that.
I retract it. You don't
Russell
have
Ops shared Bleacher Report.
Oh, Bleacher Report, you can blow me.
Of course, ain't that an AEW ran thing anyway?
Yeah,
Bleacher
they're
Report?
AEW. They're closely
Ain't that where they
affiliated.
sell their pay-per-views
Yeah,
through?
they're closely affiliated.
Yeah,
However,
you suck, by
that
the
being
way.
said, not one AEW wrestler except for Bryan Danielson on it.
Nope, and they call him Daniel Bryan on there.
Yeah, how about that?
So I
All right.
propose we make our own list.
All right.
Well, I think we should.
Techmaster Sweet Tea.
We've done tournaments on here before. We would like to extend our congratulations to Mark Briscoe, who won the ROH World Heavyweight Championship 11 years to the day that his brother did it.
I agree, Derek.
Congratulations,
That is
chicken.
Yes, new Ring of Honor World Champion this week was Mark Briscoe.
Yep.
Well deserved, obviously. Great match with Eddie Kingston.
Here's the deal, finally. Finally we do
Yeah.
something with the Briscoe.
Yeah. And he's involved in the trios match at AEW Dynasty, so he's still working some single stuff. That's going to be awesome.
All right. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, and we're going to go ahead and get into the start of WrestleMania Night 1.
What a weekend it was.
WrestleMania Night 1, this I'm showing you here is just to give credit to where credit is due.
Yeah.
Main event of Night 1, Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody and Seth.
Rollins.
Robert Roode was the man who put this match together. He was the producer
Yeah.
of said match. Match was fantastic. We're going to go over a couple matches here.
Yeah, genuinely great.
Rey
That's Mark Briscoe.
Mysterio
ROH got it right.
and Mr. Charlotte, I like that. Rey Mysterio and Andrade
Andrade.
took the win against Dirty Dom and Santos.
The only
For each one or no?
No.
the only thing that,
I
like,
just want to make sure.
and I understand the tie-in, but just throwing in two Philadelphia Eagles players in masks was a little lazy for me.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the fun, I understand the reason you're in Philly, you got a cheap pop off of it, but you've got three genuinely legendary luchadors and Rey Mysterio in that match.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But no, seriously, it was a great match from start to finish. Just, did we need the Philadelphia Eagle pop? Couldn't we have gotten a clean finish and then had, I don't know, fucking Santos and Dirty Dom do a beatdown and then have the Philadelphia Eagles make the save?
Agreed.
Like something that didn't affect the match. It always reminds me of remember when John Stewart cost John Cena the world title?
Yes.
John Cena's wrestling Roman Reigns, and John Stewart got involved, and his excuse the following night was, well, I just didn't want to see you beat Ric Flair's record. One of the dumbest booking decisions I've ever seen, and if we're moving away from, like, really shitty WWE-style wrestling,
Yeah.
you have the opportunity with four fucking luchadors, which, by the way, have a faction of luchadors at their disposal, and the guys who cost them the match were the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right. I didn't care for that
You
at
know
all.
what I mean? We could have done anything else and it would have been fine. But, oh well.
So Rachel was the only one to take Rey Mysterio's side, getting
Yep.
the only point for that match. We're going to go. We'll go to the
Should have
opening
been
here.
two
Becky
ECW
Lynch.
Legends Under the Hoods. I would have even taken that. It could have been fucking Hoovy and Super Crazy.
Something.
Or Hoovy and Psychosis. That's a fucking great point.
Also, we missed the which we'll get into on night 2.
Did you
But
see
we missed the option
Wagner's
of.
suggestion?
Huh?
Did you see Wagner's suggestion?
I think you guys should make a top 25 indie wrestlers list. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right,
We're on
yeah,
it.
you're
I'll
on.
write that down.
Please write that down. Becky Lynch tries to take out Rhea Ripley in the opening round match. Rhea Ripley retains. Here's the deal. She announced that she was dealing with a massive panic attack before going out the curtain.
Rhea. Yeah.
For her to be able to have a massive panic attack, someone who suffers them a lot, and then know that she went out, stood face to face with the band she loves the most in this world, her favorite band, on the biggest stage of her professional career, and knowing she's going to win and still be able to have that panic attack and still pull off the match that she did, proves to me and proves to everyone, should prove to everyone, why Rhea Ripley is
Yeah.
your star, your
player.
crown jewel,
Yeah.
so to speak, which means Mommy needs to enter this King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring tournament
And win it.
that's getting ready to take place. Queen Mommy for president.
Yeah.
or president of all my dreams.
The match with Becky was great. Becky doesn't have bad matches unless it was Ronda Rousey. You knew going in, I think it was on the minds of almost every wrestling fan that Rhea was going to retain. And I understand too, like the WWE really trying to make it an emotional story for Becky.
Right.
So but it actually paid off and it worked. And hats off to Rhea Ripley, man. She fucking delivered. And the opening match at WrestleMania is one of the hardest matches you can work. The opening match at WrestleMania and the last match at WrestleMania are the only two matches people fucking remember, unless you got three badass tag teams in a ladder match.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
Rhea Ripley retains. We all get a point.
Yeah.
Damian Priest, the ladder match. Okay, here's the deal.
Oh boy.
The ladder match this year was stellar. We all got extra points
Yes.
for calling the fact that they were going to have two teams.
Split them up. Yep.
Several of us
Top
got
25 women's wrestlers. Ron Zaragoza says number 1, Aja Kong. Number 2, Bull Nakano. 3 through 25, Monster Ripper.
I would
Which I
have
believe
Bull
is
above
birthday.
Aja easy.
Well, we will talk about that. Happy birthday, happy early birthday, John.
Not bad.
John says my birthday's Tuesday, guys, so I'll be 44, and I'm older than y'all now. John,
You're old, John. You've been older than me.
us before.
You've always been older than us.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm a fucking spring chicken.
You old prick.
We all got a point for the awesome truth.
Oh yeah.
And then me, KB, and Max got the extra point with Uptown Down Under
Uptown Funk.
to collect the 2 points for the match.
I didn't
Here's-
remember what their name was. I just wrote something down.
Yeah.
Down under.
Awesome truth, totally deserved.
Yeah, it's a Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs.
I hate you so
Morgan
much.
Wallen's in so much shit right now.
Last night he went the liquor talk.
And then
Got so
Carrot
drunk,
Top.
I threw a couple chairs at a couple cops.
I don't even.
He got drunk at a Nashville bar on top of Jason Aldean's bar and started throwing chairs at cops.
Oh, I thought he was known for saying.
Yes.
Yeah, the
I thought he
country
was-
singer Morgan Wallen.
I thought he was known for dropping the N-word a lot.
I mean, he also has done that.
Well, there you go.
Anyway,
Yes, here's the deal. Awesome truth. R-Truth's first win. R-Truth's first win at a WrestleMania ever.
after having debuted 27 years ago,
Yeah.
which is wild.
Of course, the new young team for SmackDown. You needed the heels to win.
Hey, you know what?
Perfect win.
I'm happy with that because, especially after the draft happens, we'll actually, one would hope, get some decent tag teams, and let's see what Theory and Wallen can do. Or Waller? Waller? Yeah.
Waller.
But let's see what they got. We already know Theory can work. As adjunct as your opinion of him might be, he's not a bad hand. Given also their young,
No, his hands look nice.
but they're young, cocky heels. They got tag teams. But here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want them to feud with Tyler Bate and
Keep going.
Pete Dunne. I don't want them to feud with them all the time. I want them to feud with experienced tag teams. That way, if they do feud with experienced tag teams, they can come back and have the cocky heel, yeah, we're the new guys and we beat you.
Yeah.
Awesome Truth are going to feud with all the other heels anyway. They're going to feud with the Judgment Day. They're going to feud with every other babyface tag or a heel tag team that comes along. So let's use this and actually build the heel tag team as a top heel tag team. But if we're doing that, yes, they could have highly competitive matches with DIY, but what do they gain? They're wrestling two other nominally younger guys in a style of wrestling that's beneficial to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh yeah. Max, this is what I want to hear from you. Jay versus Jimmy, battle of the Usos. Jay Uso takes the win with Caleb and Sweet Tea getting the only points there, but this was the match that me and Max talked about together as being the one we were almost the most excited to see on night one.
I was extremely let down.
Yeah, what happened, do you think?
It was slow paced. I don't know if they were just trying to not outdo the main event. I don't know if they were just trying to hold things back. Jay was more out of place than Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't have a groove.
Right.
Yeah, they couldn't find whatever they were trying to do, they couldn't get it to click. It didn't quite work as far as I could.
Ron Z Uso's match was ass.
I I think the idea of their match was about one-upsmanship. And it was...
Wasn't enough.
There was no intensity, and I'm sorry, but...
They're better than that.
But we're brothers.
Hey, here comes the super kick.
The three of us argue harder than those two fought.
100%.
And if Jacob, my actual legitimate twin brother, and I get to fighting, we tear a fucking house apart.
And they just
Yeah.
didn't. They just didn't.
But that's no joke. My brother's
Jake's a beast.
bigger than I am. He's wider than I am. When we fight like fucking pit dogs. So you have two incredibly talented athletes who have intensity because we've seen it, and they didn't have a brother versus brother fight. They had a Will Ospreay and Ricochet match. Not the same style, but the idea is that I'm just gonna outdo you.
Yeah, I didn't like
But they grounded it with super kicks and strikes, which again is like a fight. But they stood there and encouraged it.
Dude, the super kick
Just
thing, come
fuck.
on.
So
And
many
on.
super kicks.
And how the fuck can you criticize, from a reasonable place, how can you criticize anything the Young Bucks do as a tag team after having watched that match? Because now, two top stars in the top company as a tag team and as individuals just told you, you can kick one another in the face as much as you fucking want. That's why... Well, that's one of the 100 reasons wrestling's the shitter. 18 fucking super kicks, not one was sold. Who's Ricky Morton in this match? Exactly.
Yes, that's the point.
Here's the deal. Jey Uso, they really messed up. Because now, like I said at the beginning of the show, we're not going to cover Raw. We're not going to cover Raw or most of that stuff this week. There's just too much from WrestleMania to cover.
Yeah.
I am going to say this. With the direction of what happened on SmackDown, everyone saw it, I'm sure.
Which we will cover next week.
Now we're going to get both the Usos coming back together, so the big blow-off payoff isn't going to happen.
And it meant nothing.
Like, they didn't get a chance to pay off
No.
the entire year or better build that they've had of just them two, Jimmy fucking Jay, basically.
Yeah.
Every major opportunity he got, and now we have no
The three of us argue harder in text messages about this show than those two fought.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're having an argument, our texts go harder than that shit.
yeah, it really did. It was really sad. Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill beat Damage Control. First off, KB and Sweet Tea were the only two to take points in that last one. Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill win. Obviously, Sweet Tea's the only one that didn't get a point. Everybody else got a point. Here we go. Hit me with the next graphic.
Hold on, I do want to talk about Jade's debut real quick.
Go ahead.
A lot of people were critical of the match, and here's what I want to say. They stuck her with 2 stars against 3 other stars. They protected her in-ring debut. They looked great aesthetically. Not every wrestler has to be Dean Malenko. It's okay that Jade Cargill only hit 3 moves.
Yeah.
We're not bringing her in to wrestle Iron Man matches.
Correct.
We're bringing her in to be a powerhouse. You watch wrestling the right way, you know that she did fucking fine. Did Alexa love Train Jade? Damn!
That's an old school burn. Jesus. Now, we're going to get into this match. The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Rach, you were the only one not to go with The Rock and Roman. Here's the deal. Match was great. Great storytelling. For what it was, it's everything that it needed to be. Not a big surprise. But this isn't the match that I want to talk about. So we're going to get this out of the way. Go ahead and hit me with the next one. This is the match that I want to talk about.
Match of the whole weekend.
This match was not only amazing, it was sold well. Am I upset? Yes. I did not want to see Sami Zayn take the title from Gunther. However, fucking did. So, everyone lost the point.
Yeah, we all picked it up.
Because everyone was like, hey, there's not a possible way in this fucking world they're going to let homeless Elmo beat fucking giant Gunther. It's never going to happen. He looks like Animal from the Muppets if he had a heroin addiction. Look at him.
Animal!
I need some snack bird. You know, I mean, let's be real here. Oh, it was terrible.
Outstanding. Tremendous.
Vegan and fucking Prince here wins the Intercontinental title. Not very happy about it. Max, where do we set the points after night one? You have the night one points
Yeah,
down?
I just didn't have. Well,
Okay.
right, hang on. After night one, we were at Caleb 5, John 4, Sweet Tea 4,
Sammy
and
does
everybody else had 3
Everybody else had 3?
at the end of night one.
Outstanding.
Oh wait, no, I apologize. That was NXT. Well, I had the way I have written down.
First off, I think that you could have taken Gunther out.
No, thank you.
I really
No,
do.
we-
Max, get your shit together.
Alright, so,
I do not think
do you want the collective including the NXT picks on?
No. I just want night one. Where were we at night one?
Okay, night one was Luke, you had 5, I had 5, Caleb had 5, John had 4, Rachel had 4, Tanya had 4, Colette had 4.
Alright, that's the first night. We go into night 2. We're going to do things a little...
What beautiful eyes you have.
Thank you. Better to see you with, my dear.
It's gross.
Talk about Luke's eyes. Tell what they look like.
I don't want to look at them, they scare me.
Perfect.
My eyes are broken.
Ron says, I discovered this weekend for as much as I love Gunther, he will only be as good as his mid-card runs. He's Cesaro, and sadly will never hold a world championship.
That's a bold take.
I think in the current landscape, no. He's right. However,
Okay.
the next 5 to 6 years, when we see more call-ups, when we see less work from guys like Seth Roman and Randy Orton, that's where Gunther's going to excel as a top guy. But currently, yeah, he is the best mid-card wrestler they have. Can you put him in a main event with Cody for the world title? Absolutely. You think he's going to beat him? No, not yet. Give him some time, let him get grizzled,
Everyone's a rebel.
let the top guys walk away for a little while, or you could make the argument that him and Damian Priest at WrestleMania would be a fantastic fucking match and a great series, and Gunther could win the world title then. But if you want to look at body of work, 5 years is where Gunther's going to be the top guy. In the main event picture, that is.
Caleb is milking this win. It's just hilarious.
You're damn Skippy, Derek. What's up, nerd? The nerd says, I acknowledge Sammy. For those of you who are just turning in, the nerd is my son. Some behavior, I'll knock you the fuck out.
Caleb can't drink milk, he's allergic to it.
That's actually true. I'm lactose intolerant.
Means he has milk when
All
he's
just
born.
supposed to be part of the show. But
Well, you gotta make shit real, Caleb.
Every person.
Well, you gotta make shit real.
No one's actually
we're
saying
not
It's something-
supposed to drink cow's milk.
Yeah.
All right.
He needs a new heater. He does.
Night 2.
And Ilya Dragunov is on his way, Ron.
Drew McIntyre
Yo!
captures the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth Rollins, ending his streak at 316 days.
Hey, look. Before we follow that up, let's
Okay.
talk about that fucking match.
Great,
Because
great
it's
match.
fucking gravy. They used the thing that I liked about it is that we've seen the formulaic match that Brock, Roman, and Goldberg had all in succession, where it was finish after finish after finish.
Yep.
These guys figured out how to do that the right fucking way.
Correct.
They made every finish. They made you believe it was actually gonna fucking win. They kept you in fucking. Hey, you're
So
grounded.
he doesn't acknowledge Cody's a smart
Well,
kid.
he's grounded. But no, they found a way to like hype the finish, even though they already used the finish. If that's a way to say that for it to make sense, but it does. And it was a great fucking match. Showed Seth's versatility. Showed Drew's versatility.
That fucking kick to the eye, bro.
Like, I often forget, just because of Drew's size, you always think like, you see a guy like Drew versus Seth, you see a big man versus a little man. Right? Like aesthetically in your
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Drew's one of the few guys who are like, no, I would love to see Drew wrestle somebody from every single spectrum of like style of wrestler. Like Drew can wrestle Bronson Reed one night, wrestle Sammy the next night, wrestle Gunther the next night. All 3 matches inherently different, but all of them could play to Drew's strengths. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damian Priest then, after a scuttlebutt with CM Punk at the announcer's table, a trip is taking place. Out comes Damian Priest.
He's not entirely stupid. He says, I acknowledge Solo. There's
There you
hope
go.
for him yet.
I mean, here we are, new champ, cash in, WrestleMania, biggest win of Damian Priest's career.
Yeah.
The bisexual Undertaker is the new.
Country Taker, as the kids on Twitter call him.
World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Much congratulations.
Hey.
We had just announced on the last podcast that he had less than 100 days.
Exactly.
It is over. New champion.
Ron says, I've been on every Seth versus Drew Falsey, which made the cash-in hella great. Exactly. The thing is like every single time they hit one of their finishes, you thought it was over.
Yeah.
You fed into it. When they kicked out was the surprise, and they kept working, they kept moving. And then, of course, the cash-in, what better way?
I
He
agree.
shit-talks CM Punk, who's all over the place, and we're going to get to that here in a little bit. But shit-talks Punk. Punk hits him back. Punk gets the heel pop, even though he's a babyface in the fans' eyes. Damian Priest gets to capitalize, walk away as the dickhead who cashed in. I mean, perfect scenario, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stars out of 5.
Here's the craziest part.
Dave Meltzer can blow me.
Drew McIntyre. Johnny was the only one to go with Drew.
Yep.
Therefore, Johnny was the only one to collect a point.
We all said Seth would retain.
Match 2 of the night was Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament, or as I like to call it, go get a drink and take a piss. This match will be over pretty quick. They brought in the special guest commentator, Big Snoop Dogg. Love Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg on commentary was better than Punk on commentary. No,
They spoiled Bubba Ray Dudley. They didn't use it correctly.
Hey, look.
But it was fantastic
Yeah,
to see
it was.
him.
You know what it was? It was a burner. It was a different type of match. It was a burner match. Some dudes fought. They went through some tables, had some fun. Fucking done and done. I mean, what more can you want? 6-man tag warfare. It didn't have to be a 5-star classic. Was never
Wasn't gonna be.
So fuck it. If you didn't at least enjoy it for what it was, then watch something else, I guess. Grey's Anatomy's on all the time.
Just wasn't. It was what it was, and it wasn't all that. Final Testament won. We all went with the Final Testament.
Yeah.
We all gained a point.
Yeah.
AJ Styles takes on
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
Hold on. AJ Styles took on who?
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
Yeah.
No.
LA Knight scores the win, and again a well-contested, well-wrestled match for one of the only matches on the card not to have a title or stipulation or something. It kept my attention. It was hard-hitting, and it was a great finish.
WrestleMania quality singles match.
100% thought it should open. I really did. Thought they were going to open with it, but they didn't.
I could almost compare that to my favorite of all time WrestleMania matches as far as placement with Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
They did everything right. There wasn't a world title on the line, so it wasn't main event. They weren't exactly at the open. Put right in the middle. They made you watch the show. They made you get back into it. Good fucking match. How dare you fucking hardcore match affiliate produce that? I don't disagree, Ron, but again, for the quality of... Look, again, for the competitors not necessarily talking about the Profits and Bobby Lashley, for the sake of the match being thrown together in, the last 2 weeks...
If not less.
Oh, we forgot about the table break, though. The table broke, remember?
Oh, yeah, they went out to the Street Profits went to put Karrion Kross's fat ass on the table. Table broke. Thought they were going to lose the crowd. They didn't, because the Street Profits are the most charismatic tag team in professional wrestling. It was just like, oops, our bad, but hey, we have a new one.
Hold on, because my son, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I'm just saying the leaked CM Punk fight against Perry was pathetic, and CM didn't deserve to be kicked out of AEW. But it's whatever, because we're about to get a heater of a match against CM Punk. Now, son, I love you. Stay tuned, because I'll be talking about that here in a little while.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into a whole bunch of
that.
that.
We is. But anyway, fucking AJ and LA Knight, textbook WrestleMania match. Good, right in the middle of the
all of us won LA Knight.
Yeah.
All of us got a point.
Yeah.
Io Sky defends the WWE Championship against Bayley. Bayley, of course, winning the the WWE Women's Championship from Io Sky. All of us went Bayley. All of us cashed in.
Yeah.
And won a point.
That match was weird.
It was
because
terrible.
It started out real slow, and they were losing. So we were talking about it.
There were no interference with damage control. There was nothing.
But then, right at the last 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, it fucking picked up, and we all woke up. And we're like, all right, we're back in.
I think it was the placement of where it was on the card.
Sure. I think it was a slower paced match at the beginning. It got excited in the end.
Everybody went Bayley. Everybody got a point.
Yeah. CM Punk's commentary sounded like he just came out of a Bull Bronson safety meeting.
Sounds about right.
Only some of us get that joke.
I get that joke almost every bi-weekly. Logan Paul defends the United States Championship against Randy Orton.
Oh, Derek. Derek, wait. That's all I'm going to say. Just wait. Just wait.
Logan Paul retains.
Hey, you know
Everybody went for Logan Paul but Johnny and Rachel, so everybody else gets a point.
great fucking match. Logan Paul worked his ass off. Kevin and Randy made Logan Paul look like $1 million.
Clean finish.
They fucking worked. I don't think you can find one thing about that match that I disagreed with.
No, I really actually
Textbook triple threat, and they made Logan Paul look like $1 million. The only thing that would have been nice as a fan is if Kevin Owens would have won the U.S. title and they brought Sammy out and they had the Eddie Guerrero other guy moment in the ring where they like held their titles together, especially because that's how they opened with Kevin Owens. But again,
Right.
as far as a textbook triple threat goes, fuck, you couldn't ask for anything better. Logan Paul puts in the work. He shows up. He's an unlikable cuss as a person, which makes him a great heel. What more do you need?
Also, Randy Orton gets the RKO on Kevin Owens, gets thrown out of the ring. Kevin Owens takes the pinfall. Randy Orton gets out of the match without the fall,
Yeah.
which is exactly what you wanted to do. Kevin Owens didn't mind if he lost the match or not. Here's the deal. Logan Paul, I hate to say it, future professional wrestler.
Agreed. Agreed.
I hate to say it.
The guy's the only celebrity, and we'll even call him pseudo.
Until somebody works harder,
because
he's the guy.
influence or whatever, but people know who he is. He walked away from whatever he was doing, invested full time into wrestling, and is not only a guy who stepped in and did it well, but he's fucking good. He's made to be a pro wrestler. Genetically, athletically, charismatically, he's got all the fucking traits.
If
If you
used
see him
right,
watch the other matches, you can see how much he loves
And
wrestling.
he studies, and he learns, and he gets better. And in about 10 years, like we were talking about with Gunther in 5, in 10 years, Logan Paul's going to be selling out WrestleMania main events like they're fucking handing out candy to kids with a sweet tooth. That's not what I was about to say, but
that's okay. We're gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it.
Man,
Just-
buddy.
Just gonna go.
My
with it.
apologies, folks.
Yeah. And then, of course, in the main event, Roman Reigns defends the for the last time. Apparently, the Universal Championship has been renamed now against Cody Rhodes. Go ahead and hit me with the next graphic so I can point out something. Cody Rhodes has to use the help of, as you see here, John Cena and The Undertaker to get the job done to beat Roman Reigns. Couldn't do it on his
They
own.
beat the bloodline.
Couldn't do it on his own. Had to have his buddies come help.
They only attacked people who weren't Roman Reigns.
See, I saw it a whole lot different.
I'm sure you did, but go back to the box match. Actually, can I say that because as far as run-ins are concerned, they really did that right.
It was well
Nobody else.
It was super well
Jimmy
done.
Uso and Solo attacked the babyface.
For a second, I thought we had Moxley. For a second, I thought we had Moxley.
But the babyfaces only attacked the other bad guys. They didn't actually attack Roman. And new Universal Champion being Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul, go fuck yourself, son. And I say that with love. But yes, Cody Rhodes is the new, undisputed, Universal WWE Heavyweight Champion.
Can I throw something
He
in
only
here?
has that belt because they put it in his contract.
Can I?
All waiting on you, Pumpkin.
That was, you got some lovely nose hairs.
Oh, thank you.
I like the way you trim them.
Yeah, they grow. You know, they grow like
Really
the real
nice.
man's.
They don't stick out too much.
Yeah, of course
So
not.
just a little bit. I can still see
Yeah,
them
we're
there.
talking about Luke's
So
facial hair.
they-
Tell Luke what you think about his facial hair.
It's just that it looks like he's trying to be Jack Black, but it's more
That's
like
angry, right?
a hack.
Like when Tim Allen got turned into a talking dog.
I don't know. That might be his name.
Yeah, honestly.
Fuck you.
It's like a face full of somebody else's pubes.
No, Cody Rhodes wins. I'd like to iterate here real quick. How much that I enjoyed the main event, and I enjoyed that Roman Reigns finally put over Cody Rhodes.
I'm going to count that as a compliment.
Yeah, well, there you go. And Max, well, he kind of he has big ears and his teeth kind of crooked.
Wow. You know, personally, Max, I wouldn't take that.
Take it all. What was that?
Cody Rhodes being great.
Because that never came out.
Hey, you know what happened, buddy? I hate to tell y'all.
But no, here's the deal. People giving I give you a lot of shit about Cody Rhodes.
You do.
We all do. It's fun. It's fun too.
It's true.
I give you shit about
Easy.
Cody Rhodes. Can we please leave the little children and shit out of this?
Mike.
Kids on there crying about their hero winning the title, and then douchebag, neckbeard pro wrestling fans decide they want to get on Twitter and yell at all the little kids.
Yeah, no, that makes
And
you a
shit.
terrible.
That makes you an asshole.
Here's the thing: we rant rave as adult wrestling fans all we like, and
This is a
yes,
show.
we target other adult wrestling fans for fun. If you're a neckbeard on Twitter who does it out of hate, number one, go fuck yourself, unless they deserve it, because some of them do.
We don't have any of those that watch this show.
But if a kid is on the internet, like the kid who started crying when Cody won, right?
Remember when you were a kid?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you straight
That's all
up.
you had to just remember when you were a kid.
In whatever year it was, what year did the Triple H Stephanie McMahon wedding happen? Is it 98, 99?
What test?
Yeah.
That was 90.
99? I was an 8-year-old kid, and I cried my ass off because Triple H ruined the wedding. The first night my mom let me stay up and watch. My mom let me stay up and watch Monday Night Raw for the extra hours so I could watch the wedding. And when Triple H came out and ruined it, I cried like a fucking. I was 8 years old, dude. Tell me that you were 8 years old and had something inspire you about wrestling that didn't upset you at least once. There are adults who cry over pro wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I cried when Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. We all sat here and watched me do it. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. I got tears in my eyes. It was awesome as a fan for me to watch. But also, I'm not an 8-year-old kid. If I see bullying people on Twitter, I'll get your fucking address.
We'll poke you in the nose.
And I'll beat the fuck out of you.
With a sharp stick.
So,
Alright, so that is WrestleMania. Now let's get into Stand and Deliver. Let's go ahead and get our points from Max.
yes, Max.
WrestleMania Night 2, where we stand.
After night 2, would put us, Luke picked up 3, put him at 8. I would also at 8. Caleb picked up 4 and put him at 9. Big John was 7. Rachel 6. Tanya, second place with 8. Or tied with us in 8. And Coletta with 7.
Okay. Alright, then we're going to go a little backwards here. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, Sweet Tea.
Oh, Derek, dude, literally, I cried like a baby. I was so mad. I just wanted to see Test and Stephanie live happily ever after. It didn't
That's
work.
right, man.
Big ass crush on
And then he had to wrestle Shane to even be able to keep his engagement.
Yeah, right? Ain't that some
And then
shit?
Triple H stepped in the background, fucked it all up.
She was asleep.
We're going to go with Stand and Deliver 2024. This is, of course, the promotional photo here. We're
Yes.
going to go ahead and hit the next photo, just so I can get into this. Go ahead and tell the people who that is, Caleb.
That's Julia. She just left Japan. She is on her way to the United States. She is one of the top independent international wrestling prospects on the fucking planet. Known for her hard stripes, her definitive ring integrity, and her ring awareness. And she is going to be a force to be reckoned with in NXT. Man, I hope some of those girls are ready, because they've already told her she can keep her strikes, and she hits like a full-grown man, and she has already concussed like 6 or 7 girls in Japan from her headbutt alone. So I hope that girls like Tiffany Stratton are ready, because
Well, she's going to the NXT crowd first,
Yes.
so maybe they'll be able to polish.
Julia's gonna. She hits hard. She works fast, and from what we understand so far, she's not being told to slow down. So she's going to be
exciting.
there, and she's going to elevate.
And people
women.
that need to remember that in Japan, our American wrestling is weak compared to theirs,
Yeah.
because they
Still is.
Always has been. Yeah.
they are so tough, and every hit is an actual
Mhm.
hit.
There are wrestlers, American wrestlers, who like everyone knows. Chris Jericho, for instance, when he got hired by WCW, he worked a very hard-hitting style, to the point when he got brought over to the WWE, Mick Foley had to sit him down and be like, look, you can work guys like me who've been on those tours, but you can't hit guys like Triple H the way you hit us, because he doesn't come from that world. And he's not Vader. Fuck. Vader in every country hurts. Like, it didn't matter. Vader hits you the same way on every fucking continent.
Ask that fucking reporter that asked him if wrestling was fake when he broke his fucking
Guys
wrestling
like
team.
Vader were the ones who were on those tours. Shawn Michaels, incredible performer.
That's right.
One of the best American professional wrestlers ever. Shawn Michaels had taken a tour in 1996 in Japan. Shawn Michaels would have come back a changed man.
Shawn Michaels would still be on top today.
You put a lot of faith in that man, sir.
I do.
I respect it.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
respect
say. Here's the deal. We're going to go through these pretty quick because we still got a shit ton.
Yeah, we do.
Wolf Dogs retain against Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
Goddamn right they
All
did.
of us drew a point. However, I'm going to spoil NXT. They lost the tag team titles, and Braun Breaker is now officially SmackDown.
I'll take it.
They lost them to Axiom and Nathan Frazier, although all of us got a point for that. Obafemi, in the best match of the night, in my opinion, defeated Dijak and Josh Briggs to retain.
Yes, he did, and yes, it was.
All of us went there. All of us got the points.
Obafemi rules, man. 23-year-old machine.
Oh yeah,
Or 22-year-old machine. Fucking great.
Thea Hill, Fallon Henley, and Kalani Jordan versus Kiana, Izzy Dane, and JC Jane.
That was fine.
Thea Hill and them get the win, which gives the point to Sweet Tea, Johnny, Caleb, and Kay, me, Max, and...
Something wrong there.
Yeah, that's not right.
There's a point distributed to both. Not that it matters the overall, but
No.
someone wrote down that K and K picked both. Basically, it wrote down that Coletta picked both teams.
Yeah.
Hang on. For what am I looking at?
This
Thea Hill,
Thea
Matt
Yeah,
Hill.
and JCJ.
Coletta's point.
I have Coletta for JC Jane.
Okay.
So
Yeah, then we're alright.
then the people who got that point were Sweet Tea, myself, and Big Bad John.
Yeah. Lyra Valkyrie defends and loses
You're about to-
the NXT Women's Champion to Roxana Perez, which here's the deal.
That's the only one I don't like.
All of us went Lyra, all of us lost. Roxana Perez is not believable as a badass. Stop it.
I don't get her. I'm not gonna her.
Ilya Dragunov, another one of the classic matches we had, defeats Tony D'Angelo to retain. Rachel and KB get that point.
Because you never bet against my man Ilya Dragunov, baby. Not never. Not never, ever.
I just thought he was going to be moving up, so that's why.
Of course, yeah.
In the main
I
event,
love Elia.
Trick Williams beats Carmelo Hayes. Rachel's
Yeah,
the
he
only one that
did.
went with Carmelo Hayes. Where do we sit after all 3 nights, Maximus?
After all 3 nights combined, Rachel in last place with 9. Professional professor, Sweet Tea, KK, what do we call her? I don't know.
The professional, Special K.
She came in after that with 10. Big John was just after that, and a tie for 3rd with me, myself, and Luke with 11. Sweet Tea came in 2nd place with 12. And
Thank you.
somebody else,
Oh no.
I can't think of his name.
Say his name.
That very handsome,
I didn't have to clap for that. You see, that's real love.
well endowed.
Give me some. Give me some. You know what? Max is off the hook for the rest of the night.
He came in 1st place with 13 points.
That's at least that's worth 5 claps.
That was
Thank
fine.
you.
I counted it.
I said at
So,
least 5. I gave
go ahead and hit us with the next one here. This is a image of the Triple H era champions as we sit right now with the Wolf Dogs out of the picture up here and
Yes, you did,
up to
Derek.
date. This is the company going forward. These are the names.
That sounds really wrong, Dirk.
I believe in Joe Hendry. You don't have to do it that time. That was the song.
So that's where we sit right now. We're going to hear a
That
little
makes
bit.
me the Season 4 WrestleMania champion. You're welcome, America.
Yes.
I don't do it for myself. I do it for the fans. I do it for my public.
Still feels good to be the king, though. Again, carry that championship through our season.
Until the end of the season, baby. Daddy's coming back.
All right, so hit us with the next one. This, Caleb, you go ahead.
Oh, man.
Take it from me.
Y'all been waiting for this? Because I've been waiting for this. Alright. So, in another life, in another world, there's this pay-per-view in Wembley Stadium, the UK. Biggest drawing gate for a wrestling company ever. And in the perfect world, CM Punk wrestled Samoa Joe, went to the back. Afterward, went to Tony Khan, said, "Thank you, Tony, for this opportunity." Then he went on his way, and CM Punk now would be the official AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And that's a world that Tony Khan wanted. That ain't the world Tony Khan got.
No.
What did happen was a mid-carder by the name of Jack Perry decided to have a really stupid fucking idea to get told by 8 different fucking people not to do that stupid fucking idea. Then he did the stupid fucking idea.
Bush League, bruh.
Then ran his mouth.
Yup.
Then got confronted by one of the people who told him no.
Yup.
And that person choked him the fuck out. And got fired.
Only for a little bit.
Only for a second.
Samoa Joe was there.
Then Jack Perry gets essentially banished from AEW, not even fired.
Scapegoat.
Kicked out of AEW on over to IWGP's promotions of NJPW,
Japanese wrestling.
Japanese wrestling, which, if you're a fan of Japanese wrestling, you follow and you know what's going on. Now, I am casual viewer, perhaps not, which means a casual viewer who would have tuned in every night on TBS and TNT to watch Jack Perry can no longer do so. Everybody following me here?
Average viewer. Gotcha.
Then, CM Punk gets fired from AEW a second time
Is he scared?
and reappears in the WWE, a place that he promised he would never, ever go back to
Survivor
because of
Series,
how
Chicago.
they treated him. Then in Chicago, Survivor Series, his hometown, one of the big 4, Randy Orton's monumental return to War Games.
End of the show.
End of the show, CM Punk, what's he do, Luke?
Comes out.
He comes out. He makes an appearance. Not only that, does he go on to compete in the Royal Rumble and unfortunately gets hurt, but is involved in one of the top angles at WrestleMania week involving the new world champion. Does he not?
Broke his tricep.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, he does a sit-down interview with Ariel Helwani. Where Ariel talks to him about what happened. They ask him, "Hey man, how'd it go? What happened over at AEW?"
What happened to AEW?
Punk tells him we got into it and I choked him out a little.
Choked him a little.
Right? That's what he says.
That's what he said.
Then, of course, the internet blows up. Punk's a liar. That didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
And Tony Khan decides, you know what? I'm going to show the footage. I want the world to know what type of monster CM Punk is. I want them to know what CM Punk did. I want the people to know that CM Punk's a liar. Forgetting Phil Brooks. That's fucking outstanding.
That's fucking outstanding.
Then, he rolls the footage. The Young Bucks sit down. They sit down together and they say, you know what? This event was supposed to be about everybody.
Everybody.
But CM Punk wanted to make it about himself.
Himself.
About himself! And then, they rolled the footage.
All the footage.
You know what happened on that footage, Max?
Nothing.
You know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. He choked him out a little.
Exactly what he said happened.
Samoa Joe broke up the fight. That's it. He didn't punch him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Shoved him one time. It's actually sweet too. Sounds wrong. There you go. Anyway, chokes him out a little. Samoa Joe pulls him apart. Then, Tony Khan. Remember Tony Khan coming out and saying, what is this? Everyone, I can't believe AEW really had the footage of me. I can't wait to see Drew McIntyre says about it on Raw. Excellent. Then, Tony Khan. Remember Tony Khan? He comes out and he says, I was afraid for my life. Tony Khan was a madman in your life. A madman. A sad, pathetic fool at the end of his miserable rope. That's not what happened either. You know what Punk did? He yelled. He opened the thing and he yelled. That's it. He hit nobody. He didn't knock anything over. He yelled.
He yelled.
And he got fired. And Tony Khan came out later on and said he was afraid.
He said he quit.
Said he was afraid. Yeah, told Tony Khan he quits. And then Tony Khan comes out and says that I'm afraid for my life. I had to make the hardest business decision I ever made. I had to fire CM Punk. What a CM Punk do goes away and becomes super relevant. Meantime, you've got fucking 200,000 people who tuned in to watch somebody else's footage.
200.
After you hemorrhage viewers every single fucking week,
Every fucking
you
week.
get a fucking spike, and then you go on Twitter and you say, you know what, thanks everybody, we had a great night. Of course you did. They tuned in for Punk, Luke.
For Punk.
Tuned in for Punk.
They tuned in for
And then FTR comes out and they make a great statement. FTR come out and say, why are we still talking about this?
I know.
FTR, a genuinely good promo when they're like, we
Great
want to
promo.
build this promo on the back of people who work for this company.
So let's
who
shoot
work
them
hard
right
for
off
this
their backs.
company. God damn you. And motherfucking... That cut me off guard. Doesn't matter. Anyway, FTR comes out, cuts a great promo, trying to build this fucking angle, and then push comes to shove again, and they let Will Ospreay go out and address the comments that Triple H made about if you don't want to work here, if you don't want to grind for it, we don't want you. Right? That's what he said. Yeah. Bill Osby, who for the first time in the last 6 months has kept his fucking hands to himself, goes out and says, I always grind. You don't understand. If you just want me. Oh, what did he say? You're only the boss because you were grinding on the boss's daughter.
Hey,
That's what he said. That's what he said.
First off, he's just jealous.
If you go back and look at Will Ospreay's own fucking comments about why he signed with AEW, what did he say? More money, less of a schedule. Now, if you're working less days, what are you doing less, Luke?
Working.
Grinding. You're grinding.
Oh yeah,
less.
you don't grind any.
Yeah, you're not grinding. You work 1 day fucking
Not
week.
even bones to
On a
bread,
company
bro.
jet, you get to fucking take your ass back and forth to Japan, and on top of that, they use their fucking lead-in to talk about one WWE guy,
One guy.
and then let who was their newest acquisition,
Yeah.
talk about another WWE guy.
Which makes no sense.
But no, the biggest draws in AEW this week were CM Punk and Triple H.
Yeah,
Thank
pretty
you.
much.
Can't wait to see Kevin Nash next week.
CM Punk was the biggest star to take place on all 3 shows at the same time. He's Luger of this generation.
Okay, Luke is the black lady at church that just keeps shouting, praise Jesus!
No, he's doing the Stone Cold Kurt Angle.
Actually, I was doing
You
that.
have no clue. Yeah. But no, fucking, what are we doing?
I don't know, dude. Here's the deal. I mean, we make a lot of light of it and everything.
It's not making light of it. It's fucking stupid.
Tony Khan is just... He needs somebody to tell him to stop it. Can you tell him quit it?
Shivani told him not to. Shivani's the guy to listen to. Shivani was there when WCW ended.
And also, he's one of those internet wrestling fans.
Jim Ross was there. Jim Ross said not to do it. No, we're gonna. You know what? You know what? Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, you're 70 plus years combined experienced in this wrestling business. Thanks for coming out, but I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
And then of course he goes to the fucking EVPs, Matt and Nick, who are only there to catch a fucking check. And he goes, "Hey, should we do this?" And even Matt and Nick are like, "Look, man, you pay the bills, whatever you want to do." Not one time did the Young Bucks think maybe we should build our pay-per-view without the help of CM Punk, without the help of another company. Can we build our pay-per-view on the premise that we're a wrestling company? Can we go out and get into a fist fight with FTR and give them an inspiration for a fucking reason to watch these 2 tag teams who have competed for the top tag team spot for the last 10 fucking years? Could we do that? No! Let's air footage of a guy we fired, a guy we suspended, and an agent who no one knows breaking up a fucking match, having our world champion break up a match, and then walking away from it. No, we'll air that, and then we'll let them go out and talk about their company again, and then we'll let the babyfaces go out and talk about how we're killing the company and how they just want good wrestling to happen on their show. That's what's going to sell tickets.
Well, here's the deal. I mean,
Fuck me!
It's harder and harder and harder to see them as any kind of an alternative to anything.
Even the fucking promo, like, FTR shouldn't have cut the Raw promo.
No.
They should have gone after the ring, and they should have been like, fuck that, we're tired of Punk. Yes, opening up with why are we still talking about that was great. We didn't need 10 minutes of Dax Harwood putting everybody else over.
Right.
We need Dax Harwood to be like, if the Punks want to fight for the tag team titles, we're sitting right fucking here, come get some. Instead, we made it all about 2 guys who don't even fucking work there. Over a broken glass segment, and look, I'm not saying Punk reacted well. I'm saying that what happened is what Punk said happened. Does it make Punk an unprofessional fuck?
I heard that there's glass everywhere.
I'm pretty sure that you can go back to last year and listen to me rant about CM Punk on 5 consecutive fucking episodes. But if the dude comes out and says this is what happens, it's not a gotcha moment when you put it on fucking the internet and TV and it shows it happening. Also, if Jack Perry couldn't get out of that front face lock, it means that motherfucker can't fight either. Because CM Punk fought he's the worst UFC fighter in history, and all you did was show that 2 of your top guys could get bodied by someone who drinks too much, fights too much, and talks too much. By the way, Tony Khan, I'm available for hire if you need a guy to do that.
I also heard that video was doctored.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Pepper.
It's all a setup. And I know who was behind it, too.
Who was behind it? Was it FTR?
No, it's Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Cody Rhodes.
Let's get the heat off of him.
Wouldn't it make more sense for it to be Drew McIntyre?
It might.
No, it's Cody Rhodes.
Oh, well.
Alright, here's with the next one.
Anyway.
That's how
As of
people fight.
WrestleMania, these are the streaks that come to an end. Top corner, Roman Reigns, 1,316 days. Gunther, 666 days. Seth Rollins, 316. Io Sky at 245.
That's dirty.
171 days for the Judgment Day, and 5 minutes for Drew McIntyre.
That's dirty.
Truth.
You ain't have to do that, man.
Only
like that.
funny because it's
You
true.
ain't have to do that to that man's.
So, anyone watching wrestling this week, or on the Twitter sphere this week, or X sphere, or whatever it's called now, go ahead and with the next one. Notice this
It's Bo Dallas.
well, obviously, but the hello in the corner, not everyone caught the first go round.
Yeah.
They just thought obviously it was a glitch
Sure.
and shit. It actually says hello in the bottom right. If you hit us with the next one, WWE SmackDown last Friday night, we have in the corner, you forgot about us.
Yeah.
Who is us?
Also had the same hack on Twitter.
Actually hit it again because I think that I guess I didn't. I had it where it was just a bunch of hellos with question marks.
That's one on Twitter, and then the one from 2 days ago was the forgot about us with all the question marks.
Yeah, here's the deal. We all know what this is.
Derek says 5 minutes and 45 seconds to be exact.
46.
Was it 46?
Yes. Here's the deal. Uncle Howdy, I'm going to say Alexa Bliss. Eric Redbeard was supposed to wrestle at East Coast Professional Wrestling Association on a 420 show. He has been pulled due to quote-unquote new contractual obligations is what they put out as a reason why he's not there. They're building the Wyatt family,
Yeah.
obviously. And here's the deal. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it the entire year, then let's induct Bray next year into the Hall of Fame.
The only problem that I'm going to have is the same thing we were talking about right before Bray's passing. Look, I understand the irony because it was a week before that I made the rant, but it's the same goddamn thing. Are you going to put a mic in someone's hands who are going to say anything?
I don't think so.
Well, then...
I don't know, though.
Or, I'm sorry. Are you going to put a mic in someone's hands and let them talk? Or are you going to put a mic in someone's hands who's going to say something? Remember, the criticisms of Bray Wyatt was that all of his promos leading up to the point really didn't make a lot of sense.
Well,
So
the
now-
good thing about this, though, is that they can take it in whatever direction they want to.
Yeah.
So-
And anyone who says, like, we talked about this off camera, anyone who says it's in bad taste, go fuck yourself. They let Cody build his entire legacy on his dad.
yeah.
Hey, Edmund Livewire McGuire is in the fucking house.
He's
What's up,
Snitsky.
brother?
It wasn't his fault.
Bring Matt Snitsky. Wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. But anyway, so cool presents. Let's see what they do with the Uncle Howdy
Yeah,
gimmick.
I just hope it works out. I hope it's entertaining. I hope it does well for the legacy of Bray Wyatt. That's all I want.
I am a fan.
Yeah.
If y'all can
My kid's watching.
Hello, kid. All right, here's with the next one. What's these?
I gotcha.
John Moxley,
Moxley.
this weekend ended the laborious and long-lasting 5-day reign for a Shield member not to be a world fucking
I know.
champion.
Thanks, John. You had
Jesus
one
Christ.
job.
IWGP World Champion, making him... I've been going over this all day long. The unofficially acknowledged 3 reigns of the IWGP World title technically ranked John Moxley as the 14th IWGP World Champion as a Gaijin ever. Technically, he's only acknowledged as the 11th. However, a short list of guys with a tremendous legacy who are non-Japanese to hold the IWGP World title, John Moxley.
Hey, here's the deal. More power to you.
What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. Never knows when I'm going to show up. Wasn't his fault. Of course, it wasn't Snitsky's fault.
It's John Moxley's fault, too.
Yeah, Moxley, we waited all of 5 days. All of 5 days.
Yep.
For 6 days. For a member of the Shield to not be world champion, and John said, not on my
Well, here's
watch.
the deal. He stepped in at the last minute and saved the world from ending.
Can I also
And won the title. That's
point
how
out
it
the
works.
irony to that is that he won the IWGP World title in CM Punk's hometown?
Love it. I see big things out of...
Peculiar.
Me too.
His contract out of NJPW is done in June, and we all know where he's going because we all know what's coming.
Here's the deal. Tony Khan thought that he had a niche with the All Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers and stuff. He doesn't have the foreground that Triple H does.
You give me the Gorillas of Destiny and The Rock against Roman and the Uso family, and I'm fucking down.
What does it say?
Jon Moxley, the only wrestler who has won the WWE, AEW, and IWGP championships. Well done. Exactly. Yeah, he is the only one to hold all 3 major world championships.
Hit us with the next one. Congratulations, John.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
The first one to hold all 3.
Yep.
I was thinking of somebody else. Didn't matter.
Matt Hardy is now officially a free agent. They're trying, as far as free agents go, I know a guy.
Yeah.
That bleeds red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Sometimes golden brown for whiskey color.
Sure.
That could really pop your audience with some of the interest. You, of course.
He sounds like a very entertaining.
He's a very entertaining superstar, and he actually has this bag boy that comes along with him.
That's true.
He's a little shorter. He's an Indian fella, but he's really talented and speaks. How do you say that? Eloquently.
Yeah.
His name is Hard Pass.
His name is Hard Pass.
You don't have to take that next. You're already off the hook. I told you that. You win. You can say whatever you want to him. Fuck him.
I thought this was a game.
He called him well
Well,
enough.
the game's over. I ain't got nothing to mean.
That's right. He won. Yeah, see?
Well, that's fucked up, man. No one told me the game
Until I
was over.
clap, we'll see.
No one told me the game was
I just
over.
told him I wouldn't clap for now. Matt
All right,
Hardy.
hit us with the next one. There is nothing other than to say that. Vince McMahon, as of today, put the final 8 billion
8 million.
shares of TKO and WWE that he actually has now. That means when these sell, there will be no ties for
Yeah.
Vince McMahon and the WWE going forward.
And I think we reported last time, if my numbers are right, he sold his last batch of shares for somewhere around 200 million.
Yeah.
Is that right? I know we recovered on it. I just don't remember what it was. But
Well, these
8 million, depending on what he shares them or sells them for, because you can't technically do the share price for a sale, but that's a physical conversation.
That's a whole different video.
Yeah, if he sells this out, number one, he'll probably make, one would reasonably consider somewhere between.
He'll make enough money
He'll probably make somewhere around
to pay off all the other people
$400
he's going to have to
million.
pay off here pretty soon.
And he'll walk out scot-free and no longer be fiscally associated with the WWE, TKO, or any of its holding
And
companies.
then when that happens, he'll go to prison because he'll have nobody to back him anymore.
He's not going to end up in prison, I hate to tell you.
He'll die before he does.
I think he'll end up copping a plea and he'll get to live out his days in a nice little mansion that he paid buku money for.
Go ahead and hit us with the next one.
I'd like to hit him with the next one.
So, you know these augmented reality intros. WWE is deciding to pull back on the augmented reality use to just pay-per-views, no longer on Raw or
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Not just that.
Pay-per-views and special occasions.
Not just that, they're downscaling all of their production. They have decided to go to a smaller production run. They're bringing in smaller,
More fans,
less
littler
number of
sets.
acts.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to go back to small sets so they can continue packing the house.
They should.
And if they're doing record sales right now, why the fuck not? If you could open
I
up,
like it.
I do too.
you gotta think
It's
those
more
sets-
intimate almost.
Makes it more personable, yeah.
those
Yeah.
sets to fire codes cut off probably half of your
Peace
arena.
out, brother.
See you later, Ed. Cut off like I wouldn't say a full half, but at least 3/4 to yeah, about 3/4 of your arena. No, I'm sorry, a quarter of your arena. So if they're taking up 25% of space, you can cut that down. That's another what? 2,000 tickets at an 8,000 person arena.
Yes.
If you can sell 25,000 tickets, it means you're able to sell 30,000. I mean, fuck, that's a great idea. Sell them.
I
Pack
agree.
the fucking house. Also, it gives more access to fans who don't often get to go to those shows and get a decent seat. More viewership means, honestly, it doesn't matter where you're sitting. Less shit in the way makes it better.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we come to see the show, not the freaking
Exactly.
entrance.
The only
I mean, they're
thing,
nice.
yeah,
But
They
you can
take
do
up a
nice
lot of
stuff,
room.
yeah,
But you can do nice,
And
nice
you'll
stuff
still-
with a smaller set.
you'll still
They
get
also
pyro.
they
You'll
also
still get
block
shit
a
you
lot
wanna
of
do.
what you can see.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
we went, that curved
Yeah.
entranceway
Well,
cut off a lot of what we could see as they were coming out because
Yes.
we see the
and
back of the
the
entrance.
same thing. The last time I was at Raw, yes, I had a great seat at looking at the entrance, but it's like you catch high roll if you're super close, which they're still going to have production stuff. But if it's downscale, you've got more room. Imagine the view that we had if we'd have been able to sit just a few more rows up where it was all cut off and looking directly down at the ring with nothing in the way.
Yeah.
Would have been perfect.
That's the visibility that fans are going to get the opportunity for now.
Yeah,
So
even more opportunity for it, yes. Go ahead and hit us with the next one. From good news to a little bit of sad news. Big E announces on Twitter, I'll read this for y'all. Says, hey y'all, 2-year neck scans are in. Things are unchanged. My C1 is healed fibrosically, but has not formed new bone. I am not medically cleared, and truthfully, I may never be cleared. But I am blessed to be free of pain, immensely happy, and otherwise healthy. Life is good. I hate Rich Holland.
Yeah.
I hate him. I know accidents happen. I do. I'll never be able to forgive Rich Holland for taking out Big E. I just won't. I know accidents happen, but I mean.
Can I make one observation?
Yeah.
He just said that it's healed, right?
Fibrosically, yes.
But that's a good thing.
Fiber optics work.
Exactly. It's all lights. Lights and
But
batteries.
there's no bone there yet.
Right. That doesn't mean it's not going to come back. And here's the deal. He's not paralyzed.
No, I understand that, and I'm very happy
And
that
he's
he's
still
not.
active. And there's still time. He's still fairly young.
Well, he's been doing a lot of the tough enough stuff.
Keep
they're
in
doing
mind,
now.
Edge waited 10 years. Daniel Bryan waited 5.
Yeah.
Big E's only just now on the clearance level from the fucking surgery.
I hate it though, man.
I
hate it.
To
But-
fix that. in
Well,
the
his
next
health is
few
more
years.
important. Exactly.
But he's being a fantastic coach.
Yeah.
He's still part of
Not
it.
to mention, he's got a guaranteed job at the WWE. It's not like we're never going to see Big E again.
Right, I'm just saying it's
Just be
sad that it's
thankful.
come down to...
Honestly, if it stays like this, the only thing that I would like, it doesn't mean he can't accompany the New Day to the ring. It doesn't mean he can't cut
Right.
promos.
Well, he's an ambassador. For
So let's see him a little bit more, helping, working with them at least to keep him in the mind's eye,
Right.
rather than just at pay-per-views.
I love TV shows, so we're going to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
Micro Wrestling Federation has announced for Season 2 a Micro Divas League.
Hell yeah.
So excited.
They have added so many more micro division wrestlers that they have now opened up 3 shows, 1 at Pigeon 4 and 2 on the road, of different...
Could we get a micro
Acts.
diva to interview for Tough Broads?
I'd love to do that. We might have to look into contacting Jack.
Could we get a micro diva
Well,
to
who
interview
knows?
for?
They may come around next year
Have to be
Yeah.
a short.
because they've been to this area numerous
That's
times.
terrible. He should be fucking ashamed of himself. But speaking of TV shows, right? I also like movies, and I heard that a new movie has just been put into production. You ready for this? I think
Yeah.
it'll be a great movie, a great love story. Go ahead and hit me with the next picture, please. Ghosts, the sequel. What do you think? Think that's a good idea? We're just going to see Ghosts 2? Sure, the production is going to be really cheap.
What's wrong, Go?
I mean, won't get much lip from the actors or anything. So I think Ghost 2 coming to
Whose white Bronco is that?
I mean, we can fit everybody in my white Bronco. We can all go to the drive-in. It'd be fun. Go ahead and hit some next one.
Terrible.
We reported on this. Drew Gulak
Oh yeah.
has come out with his comment. Backstage at a WWE event in 2022, I saw Ronda talking with a group in the hallway. I stopped to say hi and shake all their hands. In an attempt to shake her hand, I accidentally touched her drawstring. Complete accident, and one that I have apologized for her at the mishap. Now, this week on NXT tapings, hit me with the next one, he has been removed from the Catch crew. His name is no longer in the entrance videos. Drew Gulak has been quietly let go from the WWE.
Here's the thing, they're both wrong. They're both full of shit. Here's what happened. She's standing next to somebody talking about a match. Drew walks by, boop, grabs her fucking drawstring. He didn't reach for her fucking crotch. He didn't fucking try to pull her pants down. It was one of those, we see it happen all the fucking time in wrestling.
It was taken out of context.
Exactly. But here's the thing. He didn't tell that story. He tried to dance around it and be like, oh, that wasn't what I was doing. Motherfucker, just say, I walked by her, I grabbed her drawstring, I thought I was being playful. Fuck you. You're both idiots. don't ever try to defend yourself with a fucking lie. Just tell them that you're being an immature fucking douchebag in a wrestling locker room, who, again, wasn't trying to pull her pants down, because believe you me, we see enough actual bullshit in wrestling locker rooms where people shouldn't get in trouble. This isn't fucking one of them.
Well, here's the deal also. Drew Gulak has had a tenured career with the WWE
Also,
and builds the women's division in NXT. Like, I don't understand.
I would also like to say that Ronda Rousey has been in a locker room setting almost her entire life. She was a nationally competitive judo competitor. She fought in the fucking UFC, for God's sake. You've never seen one guy walk by, grab a drawstring, grab a fucking zipper, walk by, whoop, whoop, nothing? Go fuck yourself.
Or whatever
You know what?
his name is.
Here's the thing.
So why was he let go?
Here's the thing. If he is problematic, it had better be something way fucking worse than that. Because there are plenty of guys.
He should have been let go.
There are plenty of guys who do terrible shit all the time who never get fired. And then there are guys who get caught up. And look, no, do you go to someone you don't know and tease them? Absolutely fucking not. If they're going to be shitty about it, leave them be, whatever. If they're uncomfortable, even if she just said, hey, don't grab my fucking drawstring, that makes me uncomfortable. Okay, my bad. End of fucking exchange.
Yeah. Be an adult about it.
Instead, she waited, put it in her book, let it get published, let it catch traction, and then cost the dude a fucking job. We're adults in an adult environment, and look, yes, no, women should not get grabbed without their consent. If that's the takeaway you're getting from this, I promise you you're listening to it fucking correctly. I'm saying that in a locker room setting, you know how many guys have walked by while I'm putting my dick, cock, and balls?
Alright.
If you're fucking... I know what I said.
I want a t-shirt. Says my dick, cock, and balls.
My dick, cock,
Hashtag my dick,
with
cock,
that
and
shit.
balls.
And look, again, if it makes you uncomfortable, speak the fuck up and say it right then and right there and correct the problem.
Right on
Because
his
here's
what?
the thing. Right on this dick, cock, and balls. But had she said, hey, that makes me uncomfortable, and he apologizes, then we know he's a good guy.
Yeah,
If he says, hey, that made me uncomfortable, and she's like, well, and he's like, well, I don't give a fuck what makes you uncomfortable, then we know he's a fuckstick.
Fuckstick.
Right? But that's the point. How many guys have we seen that where girls have corrected them and they're like, well, you're just overreacting. Fuck you. She asked you to keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you fucking do.
Yep.
But she didn't do that. She waited, she published a book. They're both fucking idiots. Fire them both. Fuck them, feed them fish heads. With my dick cock and balls.
So with the next one, we're going to get into our last story here. And that is AEW Dynasty taking place next Sunday.
All right, y'all.
This is the first AEW that we're allowing AEW to come back in because we have so many points. Caleb, give them the rundown.
Here's the deal. Our very first year, our very first 2 years, we only did WWE pay-per-views. Our third season, we did WWE and AEW pay-per-views. Our fourth year, we did WWE and NXT pay-per-views. Season 5, fifth year, we're doing AEW, NXT, and WWE pay-per-views for points because now we have so many other competitors. All of our correspondents, all of our team members are involved in the point race this year. That means the three of us that you see on camera every week, Big Bad John, who we mention every week, Sweet Tea, PWT correspondent Rachel, and Special K, a.k.a. the professional. Everybody's involved. So we've got 7 competitors.
Yes.
So we need to spread these points out. What better way than the big 3, NXT, WWE, and AEW, and our very first contest, our very first pay-per-view takes place next week. So it's time already with our Season 5 debut to get some fucking points on the table, baby. Let's fucking go. All right.
Don't forget to stick around. We still have birthdays and bullshit.
We do, and I also have not showed the show in an hour and a half.
We'll show it before we get into birthdays and bullshit.
All right. In no particular order, as always.
Also, please allow everyone to know Big Bad John and
Sweet Tea,
Special K.
have already taken their picks.
Yes.
The only people taking them now are Sweet Tea, PWP correspondent Rachel, the 3 of us.
We will let you know what they picked as we go.
Yes. So in no particular order, y'all ready for this? In particular order, we have FTR versus the Young Bucks in a tag team ladder match to decide the vacated AEW World Tag Team titles. Luke,
Who's going first?
start us off.
Alright, FTR versus the Young Bucks. This has now been made a ladder match.
Yep.
Okada is still
Continental Champion.
Continental Champion. The Bucks are still playing the evil Vice Presidents.
Yep.
Young Bucks over FTR.
Yep. I'm also going to make that point. I think with all the CM Punk shit and all the bullshit, as much as loath as I have never once in my life bet against FTR. But as loath as I am for the points alone.
Yep, points, man. Got
Young
big points.
Bucks.
We got a lot more people to race with this year.
Mighty Max
It could be a landslide. People could come out right out the hammer.
I
I
gotta
mean,
say, that sounds like a smart pick to me.
Well,
I think it is too.
Young Bucks. Sweet Tea. Young Bucks or FTR in a ladder match.
Wolfie says Young Bucks.
Well, since I don't know who either of them are, but I hear a lot about Young Bucks, I'm going with some Young
Okay.
Bucks because,
Rachel.
My thoughts exactly. I have no idea who they are.
All right.
Let's talk about Young Bucks a lot.
So the only people to choose FTR, and boys, forgive me, were Coletta and... I said a real name, said a shoot name, can't do that. Were Special K and Big Bad Job.
All right.
All right. In a 6-man tag match, we have the TNT champion Adam the Cliff Copeland,
my man, the Cliff.
Eddie Kingston, and Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion Mark Briscoe taking on the House of Black.
All right. Shit.
PWT correspondent Rachel, you're up first.
I'm gonna go with not Edge and his people.
Okay. Sweet Tea.
I'm on the edge about this, but
Well done.
I'm going with Copeland.
Okay. Maximus.
How about that Edge character?
Okay. Luke.
I
Really
want
does
a
look
black
like Edge. I can't believe that.
But it's
house.
Oh.
It's my turn. Sorry. I'm going with the House of
This
Black.
one I think is the only one I'm undecided on. Because it's a trios match.
Edge too?
Well,
I haven't watched any AEW. I'm going blind.
It's a
so.
trios match. See, I watch AEW every week.
I'll start
Trios
watching
match.
some now.
But Edge is TNT champion and Mark Briscoe just won the Ring of Honor title.
Yeah.
Edge is not the person anymore.
But I'm going to go House of Black. I think that's the right choice. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. All right, in what will probably be another match that I will regrettably love. Because I tried so hard to hate Omega and fucking Ospreay. I didn't
It was so good.
either time because it was so
That's why you
fucking
don't wear the
good.
black hat anymore because you hate it.
Now we have Bryan Danielson and Bill Ospreay. Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson, and it's probably going to be match of the year. Probably match of the year. Meltzer's going to give it 9 stars and blow me about it.
Please.
I wouldn't allow him to attach his mouth to me.
No, Bryan Danielson, Bill Ospreay. I'm going to say Will Ospreay. That hurts. It hurts me.
Well, just go ahead and keep writing there and put an L there as well.
Luke says Will
Hurts me
Ospreay.
just as much.
Max,
Sure.
Rachel,
Danielson.
Sweet Tea.
I'm going against you boys.
All right. Oh, almost a full division. It's the production team versus the 3 OGs on that one. That's pretty cool. That might be worth a side bet later on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Julia Hart will defend the TBS title against Willow Nightingale.
Ooh, Willow. I'm all about Willow. Love
Amazing
her.
wrestler.
Rachel.
I want to see Julius if he do something good.
Okay.
Keep the title.
Luke.
I really like Willow. If they're going to continue with Willow and Mercedes, it's got to be Willow.
I think it's going to be.
I
Willow
think
as
she's
well.
the one that attacked Mercedes. So
I think so too. Max. Last man standing. You go with Julia Hart. You can go with Willow Nightingale.
How about that Willow?
All right.
Check. Yeah, I like that.
Well, Rachel,
she whips her hair back.
if Julia Hart wins, you'll get the only point distributed for that match.
That happens.
Here we have another match of the year contender, and probably going to be my personal favorite match of the entire card. Kazuchika motherfucking Okada against the bastard Pac in what is going to be just one of the nastiest, hard-hitting fucking matches, and I can't wait. Okada and Pac.
Okada.
I'm picking first.
Oh, okay.
Okada.
I'm also going with Okada. Go ahead and throw me on there.
Rachel?
Okada.
Sweet Tea?
It looks like everyone's going on Okada since I don't know anyone.
And Max.
Okay.
The only unanimous match on the card.
Because it's the only
So
one
far.
anybody recognizes.
Kazuchika motherfucker. Alright, the only match on the card I can give a shit less about is Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly for the international title. Roderick Strong's the champion, Big Bad John and Special K both picked Roddy.
Roddy.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with that other guy.
okay. Bear in mind, they were both members of the Undisputed Era. I think they're both members of the Undisputed Kingdom now.
No.
Oh, Kyle O'Reilly left. That's right.
Kyle O'Reilly never joined. That's why
So
the
yes,
fight's
Roderick
going
Strong,
on.
Kyle O'Reilly, Max.
What are the names?
Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong's the champion.
All right.
Okay, I like the list.
That's a good call.
You got some other picks going on here in the chat too.
No, he didn't ask.
I'm about to.
No, he wasn't.
I'm just looking here.
You're such a freaking liar.
We've got
He's so good at recovering.
Wolfie picked the Young Bucks. Derek picked FTR. Wolfie picked House of Black. And Will Ospreay. Derek picked Team Edge. And Ospreay. Wolfie picked Julia Hart. Derek picked Willow. Both of them said Okada. Wolfie says Roddy. Sweet Tea.
I'm going against whoever you picked because you forgot me.
I did. I was about to go.
No, you
next.
didn't.
I haven't made my pick yet either. Roderick Strong, I guess, for me. And I'll just put you with fucking Kyle O'Reilly. I like that. Alright, Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship defends against Thunder Rosa. La Mira. Sweet Tea, you're first.
So would this be a thunderstorm?
Yes, you walked blindly right into that.
God damn it.
You did.
They should have thought of that. Fuck that. Hell yeah, Max.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, they should have thought of that.
Hashtag my dick and balls.
Hashtag my dick, my cock, dick and balls.
My cock and balls.
Dick cock and
Yeah, my
balls.
dick cock and balls. That would be my name if I were a newscaster.
That was my nickname in high school.
Hello, welcome to the 6 o'clock news. I'm Dick Cock and Balls.
And I'm Jimmy McBushface. Here we go. All right.
I honestly don't know much about either one, but I hear a lot of talk about Thunder Rosa. So I'm going to go with Thunder Rosa.
Okay. Rachel.
Storm.
Maximus.
Tony Storm?
I'm also going Tony Storm. Luke. Round us out.
Tony Storm.
Okay. Sweet Tea, if Thunder Rosa wins, you're the only person that gets
a
that point.
super point. That's a big thing to do, really.
Well, she's the only one I know
Yep.
really much about. So.
And in our main event, Samoa T. Joe. That is his real name.
Samoa, nope.
Samoa, nope. Samoa Joe defends the AEW World Heavyweight Championship against Swerve Strickland. I'm going to start this motherfucker off, because I'm saying Swerve Strickland's going to win that fucking title. He's going to bring it home. Fucking rock and roll, baby.
You also can put my name down to that one.
Attaboy. Maximus.
Sure.
Okay. Rachel.
Samoa Joe.
And Sweet Tea to finalize us here. Who you picking, baby?
I hear you guys talk about Samoa Joe, but who's this other guy?
Swerve Strickland. He's our #1 contender right now. He was let go from the WWE. He was a part of...
He was the original member of Hit Row.
member of Hit Row.
The only talented one.
Went to AEW after he got re-signed, packed on about 40 pounds of muscle, and fought his way for the last year and a half to get into the main event picture. He's the one who he and Adam Page had the bloodbath, where Adam Page drank his blood, and he won.
I like
Okay,
this.
I have no idea about that, but that sounds disgusting and disturbing, and I'm going to go with him then.
Swerve Strickland.
I guess. I have
Good
no
choice.
idea.
Everybody says Swerve in the chat there.
My lone wolf.
No, you've also got Special K and Big Bad John.
All right.
All right, so to recap, FTR versus the Young Bucks, myself, Luke, Max, Sweet Tea, and Rachel have all chosen the Young Bucks. FTR is Special K and Big Bad John. Team Edge versus the House of Black. Big Bad John, Rachel, and Max have chosen Team Edge. Special K, no, wait. Sweet Tea, I have made a mistake. Did you pick House of Black or did you pick
She chose Edge.
Team Edge? Okay, that's what I did wrong. Okay, so going back. Going back.
It's gonna be it.
Going back.
It's gonna be it.
Big Bad John, Max, and Sweet Tea have chosen Team Edge. Then Special K, Rachel, Luke, and myself have all gone House of Black. We are divided. Brian Danielson and Will Ospreay. We have the production team. All the new members of Pro Wrestling Throwdown, which is Special K, Big Bad John, Sweet Tea, and Rachel against the original 3. myself, Luke, and the Mighty Max Fury.
I'm very excited for all the memories that we're gonna make.
All the memories we're going to make. Hey, we should really put a side bet on that one. That'd be fun. Julia Hart, Rachel, you're the only one picking her to retain. The rest of the entire team have chosen Willow Nightingale to win the TBS title. Kazuchika Okada is a unanimous decision across the board. We are divided. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Roderick Strong. Good God. Roderick Strong, Special K, Big Bad, John Luke, and myself have chosen Roddy, while Rachel, Max, and Sweet Tea have chosen Kyle O'Reilly. Sweet Tea, you're the only person to select Thunder Rosa. The rest of the team has chosen Tony Storm. And for our main event, Special K, Big Bad, John, and Rachel have chosen Samoa Joe. Myself, Luke, Max, and Sweet Tea have chosen Swerve Strickland. And there we have AEW Dynasty picks up. Our first pay-per-view of Season 5 has been made. 8 points on the line.
If they want to keep up with us, how can they keep up with us?
Good God, they can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestling Throwdown. They can follow us on X at ProWrestling TV. They can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. They can follow us on TikTok at ProWrestling Throwdown 1. You can also check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestling Throwdown or ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, our official website where you can access and over at you can buy naked prints of Max riding a giraffe.
I'd rather not.
That is
I really like giraffes, but
You can't.
We don't have that kind
But we
of.
do have other stuff. We have shoes.
We don't have that kind of fabric.
I make sure.
Yeah, check it out. Buy our shit.
All right, with that, it is that time.
It is time for me to go pee. You're right.
So go do your pee thing, and me and Max will cover the first part of this. It's time for birthdays.
Yeah. Little,
bullshit.
Thank you.
Alright, now
Max, take it away.
obviously we're gonna have to do things differently. I haven't quite figured out what we're gonna do yet, so we're
Lost a lot of
let's
championship
go
reigns.
along with what we have right now for today, and
Alright.
we'll see what happens. Go ahead, sweetie.
Wrong button, Bob.
Alright, these everybody that lost their championship.
And the picture looks familiar.
actually, yeah. You had a very similar picture, I do believe.
I believe it's the exact same picture.
Alright, well, okay.
With the 5 minutes on Drew McIntyre in the corner. I love it.
Yeah. Yes, Bill, he lost the belt.
Only 2 titles didn't change hands was the United States Championship and
I forgot to put Logan Paul in this, but we'll get to the other one.
well, he wouldn't have been in that one. He didn't lose.
No, I mean in my life.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and go to the next one here, sweetie.
All right, what we got?
This is, I wanted to show where Roman ended.
Where Roman
He
finished.
did fall short of Hogan's reign.
He did. 1316.
You lost it to, go ahead, there's sweetie. To this guy that I've never heard of.
That is your tribal chief, sir. You will acknowledge him. His name's Cody Rhodes. He's the best ever. He won the award.
He looks more white to be in a tribe to me.
First of all, sir,
It's the
he's Puerto
orientation.
Rican.
I love that the sign behind him says RKO behind his head. Randy's looking at him. Look
I
at him.
don't.
Oh, that's the first sheet. It's gotta be.
Let's move on. I think. There's also here's our new champions. That's what we're getting into now.
How many days is he at right now?
6.
I don't know. I'm not counting yet.
Okay, well it's a week.
He won on Saturday, so
I
8
just
days.
needed some filler stuff to put in before I figure out what I'm gonna do.
Champion
Now.
for 8 days.
I have to change the entire beginning of my setup. Go ahead, sweetie.
These guys have been champions for 8 days.
This was I thought that was a great match.
It was.
It really was. It was underrated for sure.
Match of the day.
It was the most fun match of the whole weekend.
I agree.
The one that just the stakes weren't as deep, and it was just fun to watch.
They were cooked perfectly.
Yeah,
Alright, this
Hit us with the next one.
it was a good one.
Our truth saves the day.
And then Damian Priest.
Bisexual Undertaker.
I didn't know how much you were covering and all of your stuff. So I could have done
That's okay. I'm good with it.
Tell me something.
from now on. Go ahead.
You have the most amazing cloth that you wear in your hair.
Thank you.
And Max's mustache makes him look like Ned Flanders from next door. It's the glasses. It's
That's
the glasses.
Halo.
No.
Very nerdy.
Caleb is Farva from fucking Super Troopers.
I'm a goddamn leader of cola.
It's the mustache. Officer
Lord Farva.
There's Bailey.
Yeah, we had Bailey, and then
I think he's a cool dude.
the one that's only other retaining the
Mommy.
belt.
Other than, of course, Logan Paul, which we don't have.
The nerd child says I love our
And here's the thing: is I got that this is actually a different picture
Yeah.
than the one I've been using. It's the exact same pose.
Nice.
Exact same pose.
She hits her mark.
It just has her hair longer.
Yeah,
That's
and more
fantastic.
makeup on her face.
Do we have her collected days now as women's champion?
370.
370 days.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive. That's almost
That's over a year.
that's over a year. Yeah.
Go ahead and go to the next one.
Alright, where do we
Max is
fit?
on it. Max
Where do we
is on
fit?
it.
There it is. I forgot that was in there. Yeah, so this puts her.
Right above Bailey. Right?
No, not yet.
Still just below Bailey. Bailey had 380 days.
So by the end of the week.
And then, so she's in fourth place there.
That's That's 10 days.
Fifth place if you want to include Trish Stratus.
Oh yeah.
Of the modern era.
Okay. So she's up there.
Modern era is modern.
I don't see her losing. I don't see her
Anytime
losing
soon.
anytime soon.
So her next one will be
380 with
Bailey with 380, Becky Lynch 398.
So she passed Moolah this past weekend. Or 10 days ago.
Bailey and Moolah are tied at 380.
Oh, they're tied at 380.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes.
So in 10 days, she'll have surpassed both Moolah and Bailey.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
impressive. It's impressive.
It's a hard thing to say you've been women's champion longer than Fabulous Moolah.
It's also
That's a hard argument to make.
And if she can keep it, she is just shy of 100 days of being the longest reigning women's champion the whole time, excluding that 1,000-some-odd day run of, I don't remember who it is.
Yeah, that's what the nerd just posted. Mommy's gonna beat the 10.2K days record for being a women's champion.
That's Moolah.
Yeah, Moolah's championship. Hey, you know what? Let her hold the belt until she retires. Fuck them.
I'm okay with it.
They got 19 other women's belts. I think they'll fucking they're not
It'll
gonna
be
miss
fine.
it.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Trust me. All right, here's with the next one.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Not a whole lot of birthdays. We got a couple of handfuls though.
All right. Well, I do love a couple handfuls. Let's get moving.
I'm a big fan of handfuls. Yeah. All right.
Amy Dumas.
That is Miss Lita, also known as the
That's a lying, cheating whore.
biggest.
Birthday is today.
She called Louise
Who's Louise?
a whore. She's a whore. Oh, Lita.
Amy Dumas. 1/3 member of Team Extreme, former multiple-time WWE Women's Champion, responsible for the first all-female main event on Monday Night Raw against Trish Stratus, which drew a 10.2K rating.
She had her titty flop out on national television on Raw.
That was the
And
Revived Sex Celebration again,
It was-
an over 10 million rating episode of Monday Night Raw.
also was forced to do it or lose her job.
Yeah.
Good old Vince McMahon.
She wounded deeply Matt Hardy and Phil Brooks.
Also, her career was shortened by her stint in the show Dark Angel.
Yeah.
She went for a spinning head
Was
scissors and
injured on
was
the outside of
dropped
the ring.
and broke her neck.
No. She got injured dumping out of the ring. When she fucked up her ankle.
No, I'm talking about when she broke her neck.
Yeah, that's not what ended her career. Her
I
career.
didn't say ended. I said shortened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Her career-ending injury was the getting dumped outside and break.
Yeah, no. I said shortened.
The boy says, "I love mommy." Also, when is the main roster going to get a mid-card title for Pete's sake since NXT has one? They have one. It's called the SmackDown Women's Championship.
That's right. The only one that matters is the one that Rhea holds. Because she's the queen. All right, hit us with the next one. Oh, wait, we didn't even guess yet. Hold on.
Ooh, not quite
Sorry
60.
about that.
I'm not gonna say 60. I wouldn't even think she's in her 50s yet. 45?
51.
How about 49?
Well, she's close. She's
That was a
close.
clap you do not have to say anymore.
That's right.
Who we got here? Oh, that's your favorite. That's Austin Aries.
That's Austin Aries.
We all love Austin
He's
Aries.
almost a full-grown man.
He's one of our favorites.
He's a fuck. Fuck him and fuck his fucking face and the neck it sits on. Fuck him.
You just better hold on there, Luke.
However, how old do you think he is?
Fucking old enough to know better.
Poor Christy Hemme. Man.
44.
I'm gonna go 45 just because I think he's older.
How about 46?
Ooh!
I stole it.
Good
The price is right, and you.
On the 16th, we remember George the Animal Steel, 1937.
Worked several shows with his boys.
So I'm saying I've worked all over with his sons.
His son's really cool. George Animal Steel, of course, most predominantly known for his involvement in WrestleMania 3.
Speaking of which, what I'm
Also known one of the greatest matches of all time, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. His gimmick was eating corners, and he loved Miss Elizabeth. Rest in peace.
Austin Aries talking about being full of himself. Well, he can't be that full. He's only 4 feet tall.
Yeah, he
Well,
can't
look
ride
how
most
much
of the rest.
stuffing he eats.
That's true.
Not him, Austin Aries.
The other guy. Hit us with the next one, please.
He's also got a small penis.
Damn, when did Vicky Guerrero get
Also on the
Vicky
16th.
Guerrero's been hot, my friend.
Yes, Mr.
Welcome.
Guerrero.
Welcome to Bill.
I know. Vicky
Dominic's
Guerrero.
real mom.
Yes, that is. Well, no, that is the surrogate mother of Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic's real mom.
Late wife of Eddie Guerrero, Eduardo Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero would be her
Eddie.
late husband. If she were the late wife of Eddie Guerrero, she'd be dead.
Oh.
You know what he meant.
She's the widow. She's the widow.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
She also married Edge and Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown. It happened.
Yeah, she was.
Edge and Dolph
She was
Ziggler.
being filled out
Boy,
with an application.
talk about a fucking 180. Greatest Mexican wrestler ever to these two blonde dudes who look they should be
One of
in
them's
80s cover bands.
One of them's from Canada, and the other one's from Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had. like,
Vicky Guerrero, 56 years old.
50 years old.
How about 56 years
Ooh,
old?
nice.
Good job.
It is 2-1, correct?
Yes. One last birthday on the
Oh, for
16th.
fuck.
Nerd hair has to
Oh, yes.
about Vicky.
No,
What
I'm
happened to
sorry,
Vicky?
244 on the 16th.
Was released due to the selling of Eddie Guerrero's.
Yeah, she got released from the WWE, but now she works for the AEW.
No, she's out of AEW now too.
No,
She's
she's
no
still
longer
there.
under
She was up there with
contract.
Down Rose like 2 weeks ago.
Was she? Because she dropped out when her and Sol Guerrero was doing the whole sex thing.
Yeah, no, she's still there.
All right.
She works as a road agent for the girls.
Shows you the last time I watched AEW.
Yeah, she works as a road agent. She's still working in the business.
That right there is Mr. Paul London. Flat Earth piece of shit.
He's a flat earther. And that sucks, because I was a huge fan of him and Brian Kendrick as a kid.
Multiple time SmackDown World Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. He was Cruiserweight Champion
Cruiserweight
two times. Tag Team Champion with Billy Kidman until he almost killed him.
Yeah, they were tag team champions on the Indies.
Has one of the greatest eliminations in Royal Rumble history when Snitsky hit him with the clothesline and he backflipped off the apron to the ground.
Did a little time in TNA as the Guru.
Yeah.
I think he was X Division champion one time.
Now he works for GCW.
Yeah. Now what's he doing? GCW? Okay, yeah.
Him and Kendrick both.
Man, I wouldn't think he's in his 50s yet.
He's up there though, dude. He's got to be.
Yeah, but even then, SmackDown 20 years ago.
42. I'm gonna go 42.
I'll say 43 because I think he's a little older, but I don't think he's
That's
42.
how about 44?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah, good for him. Just believe in the earth being round, please, so I don't have to mock you relentlessly.
That is Mia Yim.
Also known as Shelton Benjamin's greatest rival.
Meechin, as they're calling her now. That is the wife of Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
And the sister to Big E's new girlfriend that he just announced on Twitter. He's dating Chris, who is Mia Yim's sister. And they have some of the weirdest, most mundane, deadpan pictures together than some of the funniest stuff.
That's
They
not what I
remind me
thought you were
of
saying.
the late 80s, early 90s family photos.
Like one of them's her sitting in his lap facing him, and they're both holding each other's faces, but they're staring at the camera with blank expressions on their face. It's some of the most hilarious shit you'll see.
Nice.
Anyway, Mia Yim, one of member of the OC, if that's even a thing anymore. She is the manager of the Good Brothers. Mia Yim's got to be.
Wasn't she NXT Women's Champion?
No, she never stuck around that long.
All right.
I'm going to say, with every bit of respect, don't think she's super old. 39.
35. I think. I'm gonna say 34. I think she's younger than 39.
Good enough. She is 35.
Woo!
Or will be.
Good call.
16.
That was a close one.
Good call.
On the 17th,
My favorite stick man in the history of professional wrestling, Mr. Roddy Piper.
1954 to 2015.
Former Golden Glove boxer, former actor of all different kinds of great movies. Of course, this one, he was out of bubblegum.
Alien.
He's there to chew bubblegum, kick ass. He's all out of bubblegum. There's actually a soda that's flavored I'm all out of bubblegum. It has his face on it from Jones. Roddy Piper is probably one of the greatest men never to be world champion. He did win the world title in WCW against Hogan, but they didn't count it. But he put Hogan to sleep at Starrcade. That when they had him staying in fucking Alcatraz and shit, he beat Hogan cleanly with sleeper.
Don't forget the most brutal match rated in history up until what? 10 years
Oh,
ago.
him and Valentine, bro.
Match,
Yeah.
Hammer Valentine.
And the most beautiful micro.
One of the best stick men on the planet.
His match with what were you just saying?
Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Was for the United States title. And yeah, still goes down today as one of the bloodiest.
It was
Unintentionally
up
the
until about
bloodiest.
10 years ago was still voted for PWI as the bloodiest, most hard-hitting match in wrestling.
Rest in peace to the Scotsman. That is the
Boston Brawler.
He's the New York Brawler.
Do you remember why they did the Boston Brawler? When he came out, John Cena FU'd him.
Yep.
But they came out when they were in Boston and cut a promo on fucking New York.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. He came out in New York and cut a promo on them. And cut a promo on the Yankees. It was like, maybe I should call myself the Boston Brawler.
Yeah.
And then Cena came out and was like, don't you ever talk about Boston.
Also known as Knuckleball Swartz.
Knuckleball Swartz.
He was also Doink for a little period of time. Steve Lombardi has done pretty much all there is to do in professional wrestling.
Enhancement talent, but one of the best.
Still works for WWE, if I'm not mistaken. Back in the back.
He probably has an agent's contract.
Yeah.
Or a legend's contract.
I'm going to say Brooklyn Brawler's got to be every bit of 72.
65. I think he's younger than 72.
How about 63 on the 18th?
Luke, you were way off.
Point Caleb. 2 wrestling birthdays left.
Alright, next.
On the 19th,
Excuse me. Who the hell is
Who
that?
the fuck is this?
it's Roxy.
I don't remember Roxy.
I
I can't lie to you. I don't remember anything about her.
I think she was with,
She on SmackDown?
think it was
No.
TNA stuff.
she was with Kurt Angle.
I don't remember.
Oh!
Raka Khan.
That's Raka Khan!
Oh.
She sued Kurt Angle, The Rock.
No. Raka Khan was black.
Oh, then yeah.
That girl is not black. I don't know, just from this picture and what year it is now, I'm going to say...
Knew her last year when you guys were.
You haven't had drinks since then, Max. You're like, I remember you.
AEW maybe or something?
Hey, if anyone has any information on this broad, let us know.
I just read the names down.
With that being said, 42.
43.
No, 45.
I'll take it.
That and
No fucking way.
When I wrote the name down, it was face didn't match what I thought it was going
Yeah.
to.
She looks familiar. I mean, if that's any indication, she does.
I thought she was Daphne
That
at
looks
first.
like a SmackDown background.
It does.
So I'm not sure. It doesn't matter.
Anyways, this is Garrett Bischoff.
Garrett Bischoff, not actually Eric Bischoff's nephew.
No.
Great worker though. Did the little run in TNA during the Dixie Carter days. I can't think of anything else he's done.
Aces and eights. That's all I
Yeah,
can think
that's
of.
about it. Hell, he'd probably be. I think he was in his 20s then. That was what, 10 years ago? I'll say 36.
37.
How about 40?
Okay.
That was, sorry.
Just let you know if you Google
Yeah,
Roxy, all you find is Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's the end of wrestling birthdays, then it's 5-3 Caleb's lead.
Where's she from? Did you get her?
I believe so.
What's her real name?
Roxy Laveau.
Roxy Laveau! Oh, okay. She was...
I forgot to write her last name down.
Nicole Rax.
I know Roxy Laveau. She was part of the Knockouts division.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she was the Voodoo Queen,
Voodoo
dude.
Queen from
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If
If I'd have remembered that's who that was, I
She's
probably
mostly
would.
known for her work work in Shimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man. It's not like we can be responsible to remember every single pro wrestler who's ever lived.
I knew she looked familiar.
Because if we had to do that, damn.
What do we got here?
All right. Today, that's Adrian Brody.
I love Adrian Brody. The movie Zodiac was great. The movie The Experiment was great.
I like the evil Italian who plays in Peaky Blinders.
Also,
I was like this.
would be remiss not to bring up the fact that he was fantastic in Predators.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what sucks? There's a great interview where he put on a ton of weight and worked out super hard for that movie.
Yeah.
And he was bummed when it bombed.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I did the actor thing. Like I worked my ass off.
He was also in King
Everyone
Kong.
hated it. Yep.
Was really good. How old is he though?
I can't tell you that.
He's been around for a while.
51.
Don't think he's that old. 44.
About 51 years old today.
What did you guess?
I said 51, motherfucker.
Alright.
That's the dick cockle balls in your hand.
Also today,
You can play with them.
Dick McCockaballs. That is Buffy. Or Daphne.
Daphne.
That's Daphne.
That's all that matters. Buffy and Daphne. That's all you need to know.
Freddie Prinze's wife.
Yeah. Freddie, hey, you know what? That makes Buffy, that makes Sarah Michelle Gellar a wrestler. Because he was a writer for the WWE.
She hosted Raw
That
once.
makes Scooby-Doo a wrestling movie.
They hosted Raw
Yeah.
once.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Scooby-Doo's a wrestling movie anyway.
Yeah, well, they cross over.
Shaggy and Scooby are huge wrestling fans.
How old? She's got to be 50 is one would think. Fuck. She was in her... I'm going to say 52.
45.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is 47 years old
Damn!
today.
That's crazy.
Luke.
My queen.
Oh, there she is.
Tomorrow on the 15th.
Put your glasses back on. Quit making it weird.
Shut your mouth.
How old is she?
Emma Watson?
Yeah.
She's 34.
34 years old.
You can't.
No,
Oh,
I'm
shit,
sorry.
if I can't.
No, I'm sorry. It should be 30. Yeah, no, it should be 34.
34.
No, it should be 35.
35.
You both can't say 35.
No, it should be 34.
There should be 34.
Her birthday's in June.
34. I'm not giving this one up.
You have to. Sorry about it. I said 34 first.
34 and an eighth. Here. Now it's Harry Potter-esque.
It would be 34 and 3/4.
Whatever. I read the Twilight books too. No, I'll give in. I'll say 35.
Emma Watson is 34 years old.
Shouldn't even give me that point.
I like that Kansas
We're
City
encouraging.
birthdays in June.
We're encouraging the problem here.
Tomorrow on the 15th. I apologize.
What's her birthday? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
That's right. It's
Tomorrow.
It's not May yet. It's April. What timeline am I in? What am I in? What words just came out of my mouth?
We'll go back to the beginning.
Anyway, thank you, Max.
And it would
Dick
also
Cockle
seem
balls.
that the 15th is just the day of Emma.
Emma Thompson.
Miss Emma Thompson.
Also, Halloween. Harry Potter. What the fuck? I'm having a stroke.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The picture's right
Professor
there.
Trelawney in Harry Potter. She was also. Was she not the writer in? Yeah, Nanny McPhee. Was she also the writer
Saving Mrs.
in?
Banks.
With the Will
She was
Ferrell
Mrs.
movie.
Banks.
Yes. Stranger Than Fiction.
How old is she?
I think she's a lot younger than people think. I'm gonna say.
That's a lot of thinking.
Manny McPhee. That's what it was in Spanish. Manny McPhee.
That's what it says.
Derek.
It was 20 years ago. So.
56.
58. I think she's older.
A little bit. How about 65?
Younger than I thought, but I'll take the point.
Oh, man.
Manny McPhee. I love that shit.
Mark Lawrence.
That is Martin Lawrence.
The 15th.
My end.
My head.
My end. One thing bad about that pie, bro.
Life, Big Mama's House, Bad Boys,
Life.
Martin, the TV show. He's been a
Life.
comedy writer for years.
Black Knight.
I always forget about
Blue
Black
Streak.
Knight. Yeah.
I already said Blue Streak.
Did I happen to mention that he was in Life?
Yeah, as I was saying, Life. Yep, he's been in Life. I meant to.
College Road Trip. Him and Raven.
Was he in Bad Boys?
Yes.
Yes.
All four of them.
Briefly.
No, that was Will Smith.
It's mostly a Will Smith.
Briefly, stop it.
Um,
He's up there, dude. He's older than you think he is.
he's a lot older than most people think he is. 64.
I don't think he's that old. I'm going to say 57.
How about 59
Ooh,
on the 6th?
good call. Good call.
Good call.
Pointless.
That is the next one.
On 17th,
That's Miss Jennifer Gardner.
That's Ben Affleck's ex-wife.
Yeah, she was in Catch and Release. She's hot in that movie.
Electra.
Miss
13 going
Electra.
on 30.
Daredevil.
I've never found her attractive.
What's the one where she gets
She's in Juno.
where she gets a concussion and she starts to realize she was a spy? She was a hit person. You know what I'm talking about? She's in the kitchen. She's chopping up vegetables.
Oh, the TV show she was on, Alias.
Yeah.
She was on
The
Alias.
Ghost Whisperer.
Yeah.
She was?
No, that's
Jennifer
Jennifer
Love
Love
Hewitt.
Hewitt.
Was it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
53.
It's the
54.
same person.
I
Right?
guess.
no.
54.
Oh, 52.
Ooh, we were both off.
So close. Sean Bean. We were just talking about him earlier.
Yes, we were.
That was Point Caleb there.
Plays the same role in every movie.
He does. Yeah. Sean Bean plays a guy who gets killed in almost every movie, every TV show, every cameo.
He's now got a campaign saying, "Please stop killing me."
And also, we decided today, off camera, that he should play Magneto in the new X-Men. If you agree, write a letter.
Yep. Tell everyone.
That being said, Sean Bean, he's got to be in his 60s by now. 64.
61.
How about 65 on the 17th? That is an even 10 to 5.
Cheap one.
That is a beautiful face.
Caleb's lead with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left.
So I can miss two, is what you're saying. I'm tied. Alright, that is Rick Moranis. That is one of the greatest.
On the 18th,
Rick Moranis, Honey, He Shrunk the Kids.
My Blue Heaven. Fucking great.
Little Shop.
Little Shop.
would that make him a deadbeat
The Little Giants.
Also,
He was in Brother Bear.
was supposed to play the janitor in The Breakfast Club. But this is 100% a true story. He wanted to play the character with a Russian accent and have a boner the entire time. And the director was like, absolutely fucking not. Am I putting you on a set with one of the Sheen children? Right? And Molly Ringwald with a boner. So no, you don't get to play this part.
74.
No, not quite that old. 65.
Before I answer that, I want to point something out because he shrunk his kids.
He did. And then
Does that make him a deadbeat dad?
Well, hold on. He blew him up, too.
He did.
Yeah. That makes him a pretty
did
bad dad,
retire
right?
from acting to take care of his kids after his wife passed, so technically no.
He's the complete opposite of a deadbeat dad.
He is probably one of the most greatest guys ever.
You just gotta ruin all the good
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm all heartfelt and stuff. Loving Rick Moranis over here.
How old is he?
Rick Moranis, it has my heart.
I love him.
How old is he, Max?
Well, maybe he should give it back because he need that. Otherwise, you'll die.
It's true.
Ghostbusters is my favorite movie.
Caleb, you win that. He's 71 on the 18th.
He wasn't much younger than I said he was.
No.
Who is this?
I can't tell.
That is James Woods.
James Woods!
Someone to care for, to be there for. I've got James Woods.
Ooh, piece of candy. My favorite James Wood, one of my favorite James Woods movies, him and Michael J. Fox in a movie called The Hard Way.
John Q. He's the dickhead doctor.
Good one.
Yeah.
Vampires, obviously. He's also. He was. Nope. I'm sorry.
Well, that was supposed to be multiple different movies there. Somehow the wrong picture.
You know what? Even if those are the only movies he ever did, they were fucking great.
Vampires is fantastic.
James Woods.
Hercules. He was Hades and Hercules.
Yes, he was.
Relax.
He did great as part.
The only Disney villain who does not have a featured song.
James Woods, 76 years old.
Fuck. I think I'm going to say 70, but I think you might be right. I'm going to try to shoot younger.
76.
76.
How about 77 years?
Yes.
I knew it. Good call. Motherfucker!
That is Mr. David Tennant,
Fuck
the greatest,
piss. Fuck him.
the greatest Doctor Who in the history of Doctor Who.
I disagree. We all know it's Christopher Eccleston.
Ooh, see, now that's like the bottom of the barrel we're talking about here.
First of all,
He's way better than
It's
Peter
definitely not
Capaldi.
Matt
you
Smith.
watch your goddamn mouth.
And even way better than Matt.
And that is Barney Crouch Jr. as well.
Um,
He's not just known for his role as the Doctor.
He's also Peter Bateman.
it's also a cut.
Or not Peter Bateman, Peter, what the fuck is his name? The Great Vampire Hunter.
In the remake.
Fright Night, yeah. Peter, huh?
Abraham Lincoln?
No. Roddy McDowell's the guy who did the original character.
Yeah. Anyway, how old is he?
Great vampire.
He's gotta be pushing 60 now, when we think.
I don't think he's that old. I really don't.
55.
50.
How about 53?
Yes!
53.
I got the Doctor Who I wanted. I don't care if you win now.
Well, that's good, because I'm gonna.
Well, I can still pull this off. That is Mr. Tim Curry.
That's all you need to know.
He is a god.
Someone needs to make sure that Tim Curry is safe right now. Everybody needs to just circle around Tim Curry and make sure he don't stay in his stand.
I know Lil Nell's okay, so maybe we can get her to do chicken. I saw her on Facebook today, so she's good. She's on vacation.
Tim Curry, what is there to say about Tim Curry other than the fact it's Tim motherfucking Curry?
He's a master.
Nigel, obviously. Obviously.
And he was.
I mean,
The Beast.
everything.
Dr. Frankenfurter?
The worst witch.
Great movie.
Legend.
You're welcome.
That's what I said, the Beast.
Yeah.
The Beast, the legend. Where's the WWE Raw guy who
Butler
leaves out
and
the
Clue?
bombs when you need him? Fuck you.
Right?
Yes, Clue, the butler. Blackbeard.
My lock screen?
Butler from Home Alone, yeah, that's what I was about to say.
No, the butler from Clue.
Oh, that's not Blackbeard.
He's the bellhop.
No, I'm
Or
sorry.
the
Long
hotel
John
manager
Silver.
in Home Alone.
John
Yeah,
Silver,
Long John Silver.
That's right.
Yeah.
You get
Muppets
that right.
Treasure Island.
Yep.
That is my buddy Tom's favorite movie.
It does not surprise me.
It doesn't be either, buddy.
How old is Tim Curry?
70s at least.
79.
70. I think he's a little younger than 79.
Oh, 78. There's only 3 left, so I think they lost it for you.
No, it shouldn't have.
Yes, it
they
should
did
have.
12 to 7.
12 to 7.
There's
How
only
many's
3
left?
left.
That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
you can't catch up now.
Ashley Judd.
We're the hardest.
Ashley Judd on the 19th.
She was a Judd.
I don't know her.
She was in Double Jeopardy too.
You watched Where the Heart Is, didn't
I
you?
forgot to take the
Walmart baby.
there, but,
Movie about the Walmart baby.
That's the girl that gives birth in Walmart. Oh yeah.
That's only for the film.
Because I was
She also killed her mother. Ashley Judd. They let her mother die.
Facial surgery.
That's not hearsay. That's fact. They could have done something and they didn't. Ashley Judd, although had a bunch of bad plastic surgery, I remember. So I mean, we can't really go off any of these pictures because that's not what she looks like.
Yeah.
I'm going to say is she the youngest of the Judds?
Yes.
Then I'm going to say she's 49 years old.
Oh, she's still alive. I thought that
Yeah.
was
No,
never
that's
mind.
for her filmography. She retired.
You said 49?
Yep.
50, because I know better.
She'd be relatively close to
You said 49, I said 50.
Oh, 56.
Oh, that's kind of
on the
stink.
19th.
No, I didn't really. I got David Tennant question. I don't give a shit. What do we got next?
Last 2 on the 20th.
Spiegel.
That is Mr. Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. The first ever mainstream motion capture actor to win an Oscar.
Yeah. He's done it a couple times.
Yes. Gollum and Schmeagol.
He was Snoke.
Snoke. Yeah. Admiral Snoke.
Grand, whatever it is,
Yeah.
Snoke.
He's the Claw in
Yeah,
Cassius
he's
Claw,
Claw,
whatever his name is,
yep.
in the Avengers series. And he was another one. He had another CGI role that I'm trying to think of the name of, and I can't. Doesn't matter.
Obviously, Planet of the Apes. He's Caesar.
Yeah, I already said that.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Is he quite 60?
Oh, he was fucking King Kong, bro. He was the body for King Kong.
Yeah. About that.
They made fun of it, the fact that it was another monkey, another giant monkey.
Oh, man.
He's up there.
I want to say...
56.
Fuck, that might be right. 50.
How about 60 on the 20th?
Damn it. Yeah.
Look, you're catching up, but you still can't win.
Thanks for putting that out there, I appreciate it.
Hello.
Last birthday.
Oh,
George Takai.
That's George Takei.
Tacky.
George Takei.
Greg Tacky.
Oh my. He is Star Trek
Okay, right after this.
Yes, big time.
Heroes. He played Hito Nakamura's great-great-grandfather,
Yep.
or father. Yeah.
Many
Dozens of
cameos on Roseanne,
Roseanne,
Big
Family
Bang
Guy.
Theory,
Family Guy.
you name it.
One of the only
Actually,
actors,
he's a recurring Family Guy.
if he's ever written in, if Sulu's character's ever written in on a Star Trek episode of an animation, he has always been the only actor who shows up and does the voice for it every time. Him and Leonard Nimoy, but now Leonard Nimoy's passed away.
Yeah.
But they were the only two, if ever their characters were written for anything, or even a spoof of them, they showed up and did the voices specifically. Sulu's up there.
He is.
Well,
I mean, fucking William Shatner just turned, what, 98 or some shit like that? We was all astonished by it. Yeah,
so
something
say
like that.
93.
Something like that.
I'm going to say 86.
87, he's definitely older.
What'd you say?
87.
How about 87
Oh!
years old on the 20th?
Oh, you.
Hold on, hold on. Let me watch it.
13
My
to
board
9.
queen.
We got. Is that it?
Yep.
All right.
That's
Time
it
for
for bullshit.
bullshit.
Now,
Comes the fun part.
I have no idea what all I have going on, so
Ooh, I love
y'all
that even
just
more.
shut up, sit back, and enjoy the ride that Max is going to take you on.
He just called himself the Max.
The Max.
I think
Reach over,
you know what?
reach
I
over.
like that.
Reach
No,
over.
fuck
Let-
you. I like
let
that
him
he is the
alone,
Max.
The Max.
The Max.
He's the Max Fury.
Well, he's only got 2 X's because the third one would have cost us.
Anyway, yeah. I'm retarded, I'm sorry.
Hit us with the first one here.
Yeah.
There's a shop in Hunan Province in China, 120 meters up the side of a cliff. It supplies climbers with essential snacks, refreshments, and sustenance during their ascent. No.
The second picture is close up, and the
Yeah, I don't like
shows
that.
you way
Number
way
one,
further.
if you're climbing a wall, you don't deserve to eat.
First off.
All right? God put you on the earth for
Well,
a
you
reason.
need
Honor
to
your father.
eat. You definitely need to eat for
Then,
I mean,
but here, how did the shop get there? Are you telling me that they took a bunch of Chinese migrants and forced them up a wall to build a shop in the middle of a rock?
Yeah.
Halfway up?
that's what I'm wondering. Or
Also,
is it just a really, really tiny
Yeah.
shop that's nailed
It's right there. Look.
Also, what snacks do you have at that altitude that I want to stop for? Because I'm pretty sure that if I have to climb that
Well,
fucking
first off, if you're climbing that wall,
I'm not stopping to
if
be
you're
beat up.
climbing that wall, you need
there's a
powder
very
of some
rare
sort.
peanut tree that grows only on that cliff.
Unless it's cocaine or a big-titted Asian girl who's going to blow me halfway up, I ain't fucking stopping.
First off, I ain't.
Jordan?
First off, hold on.
Jordan, son, love you.
Don't tell your mom.
Forget I said that.
What I was gonna say is, I don't know anyone who's gonna reach the motherfucker, because I ain't making it halfway to the thing.
You can eat and climb the mountain at the same time. You are not Dr. Allen. Of course I'm not. I got both legs.
That's a shame.
Fuck you.
Hit us with the
You
next one.
cannot. Correct. Not by plane, but train. Yes, Dubai is working on a 2,000-kilometer long underwater train to India at a speed 1,000 kilometers an hour. Again, with all due respect, and I mean with this with all due respect, go fuck yourself.
Well, it's gonna take you all the way to the end.
All the way to the scene of fucking the crash.
Yeah.
When you take your
Well, Japan's got all kinds of crazy stuff.
Have you
Oh, they
ever
do.
been on the underwater bridge in Norfolk?
no,
Oh,
no one should. And here's the thing: driving on a bridge is not getting in a train built to be underwater.
It's not an underwater tunnel.
No, this is an underwater train on a track.
Yeah.
Fuck you. No, I'm sorry, but if you need a lesson in physics about what salt water does to steel, come and
Well,
talk
let
to
me
me
ask you
later
a
on.
question. Let me ask you a question.
What?
Are they any better at departure times and arrival times than the ones in New York City? Because if so, it might take a fucking try.
Not only that, what's going to happen when a big
If
ass
you
shark
started at the
or
back,
whale
most of the
decides
time you
that
get
it's
to
just
destination
going to
faster.
And also, can we have a discussion about depth? Because if you're thinking about laying a track on the floor of the ocean, I have some information for you that might be relevant. You fucking can't do that. Because you as a person cannot survive at that depth, neither can steel or oxygen, and so you'd have to drink fucking amnio fluid in an imaginary train just to get to fucking Seattle, and you'd go fuck yourself, I ain't doing it.
And Max knows about depths. Can we hit us with our next one, please?
Please! I farted in my wallet, now I have gas money.
That's just so stupid. That's funny.
It's not even the joke, it's the laughing chimp for me. That's funny. Because that chimp looks like he just murdered his wife.
He looks very happy.
Like,
That was actually done CGI by Andy Serkis.
that looks like a fucking
really.
Pennywise disguise. Like, ha the elf looked down here for me.
All right, change it.
Come and play with me. The cigarette lighter was invented before the match. No shit.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it would have been a Flintstone.
I didn't know that either until recently.
That's really cool. That's hey, you learned something.
Yeah, that's
Which means they weren't started. They didn't get started used in concerts until 1827, because they had to have a match first.
yes, Luke.
Because you can waste the fluid in concert.
Everyone pre-Civil War was going to violin concerts and going,
Well,
hey,
hold on.
this is fucking
Hold
great.
on. Okay. I guess I'm the only person in the world that's seen the fucking Flintstones.
Here.
Okay.
Let me, you know what? I understand this Coliseum was made of wood that was built by blacks, but here we go.
Hey. I watched the Flintstones. I know what the fuck's going on.
No, sir. No, sir.
Get me. Hit me with the next one, please.
They're making the Titanic. Actually, there's already a Titanic the musical.
Yeah,
It's fucking terrible.
That song too.
Yeah.
That's the sign guy with another point. Hit us with the next
It's one of the few shows that got panned. This is the Blue Marlin, the ship that shipping the ships.
That's a lot of shit.
Talk about monkey business.
Ties in with that Titanic one.
The next one, please.
This just feels like cargo ships.
Well, she went backwards. What happened?
No, that's it.
Why?
I don't know.
What the?
Don't ask me.
He said yours messed up. What happened?
That's all I got.
Oh no! You're gonna have to save those till next week, because this show's only 3 hours long.
2.5.
I'm totally
That's the
kidding.
only one it went to. It went right back to
Are
the other
there-
one.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. We'll save them. We'll use those for next week.
Yeah.
Well,
Less work for you.
okay.
All right.
All right then.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was season 5.
Premiere.
Season premiere of season 5.
Which I told you at the end of last year that we were coming back for season 5, and you didn't believe me.
Yeah, well, I would imagine at this point I would have gotten drunk and got us canceled. So
Not yet.
the fact that we're hanging out by
Hey,
the side,
season
kids,
5, no one knows. It's
That's
just
right.
starting.
Give me time. Thank you.
We create all the memories we want to.
We did 2.5 hours. Fuck. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on X at ProWrestlingTV. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. Excuse me. You can also check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or our official website ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the merch store.
Mercer!
Thank you all.
Usually I have a
Real.
fight to say.
Thanks for sticking with us. And
Thanks for all the views on the Bull Nakano video while we took
yeah,
the break
absolutely.
off.
Please keep watching that.
A lot of content was watched while we were gone. We want to thank you guys for that, for keeping us relevant even when we're not around.
Just remember, we're going to be back next Sunday. It's going to be a lead-in to...
Dynasty.
Hey, Derek bought some merch. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, thank you, brother. We appreciate that.
Yeah, but we'll be back next week. We'll actually be leading into Dynasty, so it might be one of those situations where we catch it, watch it or something, and throw it back to y'all. We don't
We'll
know.
also catch you up on Raw, SmackDown,
Yeah.
NXT, all the
So-
rumblings. The draft's coming up on the 26th.
Yes, sir. We still got a long way to go, y'all. WrestleMania just ended, but our season just started, so
We're totally ready for it.
stick it with us. We love you all. Thank you so much. And from us to you, as always, keep it in ring. Cody Rhodes!
Hey, Max. Tell me what you really feel.
Suck it!